Hello. Sorry about the delay. Welcome to another episode of Dice Revolution where everything is going just fine. Welcome back after a tenuous exam break, and then we had a little bit of a COVID crisis, so I hope you guys have been staying safe at home. Wash your hands, obviously. Now, you may be wondering, who the hell is that? And that is the newest member of our permanent party, Stuart, who will be playing Solomon.
I look forward to it. Thanks for having me.
Can I get a yee?
And then we'll quickly transition over to Jordan, who has some stuff to talk about Games Club.
Yes, so we are affiliated with the Adelaide Games Club at the University of Adelaide. Here in the Hartley building, they like to gather for board games every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So if that is your jam, if you like board games, then you should come on down here to the Hartley building in the University of Adelaide. We love to welcome new people to play board games with. So if you're happy with that, come on down, make sure you're COVID safe, and we will welcome you with open arms. We normally do a recommendation for a board game, and so today we've got our guest here who's going to give us a board game recommendation at the end of the stream. So make sure you stay tuned for that, because our board game recommendations are always top shelf. Go for it.
Okay, so without further ado, we've been waiting, a month now? Let's jump into a recap.
Yeah, I can't remember what happened.
No.
So, the episode started out with Trey visiting our lovely cleric and Shrine of Pinos, where she will define it differently, but basically bullied a furbolg.
Rightfully so.
And as she was exiting the shrine, she ran into a warforged named Darren, who happened to be on the run from some local cops. Darren was introduced to the rest of the party, and they took a well-deserved rest after brutally fighting some undead creature. Then the party ran into some creatures who seemed to be like little brains that had quadrupedal legs and were running around causing some chaos. As this was happening, our warlock Calathil took his pet off to form her into a pseudo-dragon named Calliope. The party then met at the library and fought off these so-called psychology brains, and then fought a larger mind witness, it seemed. And the session ended with Tarina finding a lovely little tiara. And that is where we pick up. You guys are very brutally injured.
I don't remember any of that.
It's okay.
Do you also want to mention
Is that part of your memory that you just kind of... I distinctly remember you bullying your friend.
I did not do such a
I was
thing.
sitting in that.
I'm frantically searching for my notes.
You killed the
Do you want to mention the new D&D stuff that is now in our campaign since the last stream?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the new crit rules, right? Yes? Is that what I'm forgetting?
That and the Tashes.
Oh, yes. Good call. So everyone here has a slew of new features from Tasha's. You've got Harness Divine Power. I think so do you in some form. You've got new invocations to choose from. You've got Steady Game. You've got nothing because you just became an official class.
Yeah.
You exist now.
You exist officially.
You exist.
As-
Real.
And the ranger got, to say the least, a pretty big buff.
Yeah.
Furthermore,
Tara might actually hit a shot.
we
I
are
didn't increase my attack bonus, unfortunately. Only the damage I do.
We are using some new crit features, which you should know as well. I haven't mentioned so far, unless it was to you guys. So when you roll a natural 20, instead of doubling the amount of dice you roll, you just maximize the dice you roll and then re-roll once. This essentially just gets rid of underwhelming criticals where you just roll like a bunch of ones. So you're always guaranteed more. So you're always guaranteed more damage than you get on a normal hit. Yeah. Was basically inspired to take these rules from the High Rollers stream. So, so that is the new stuff we're using. Jordan, don't worry. You can just play off the entirety of the last session as a hangover.
Oh, good
Yeah,
shit.
because
Oh yeah, I was probably drunk last
No,
night.
but you passed that con save. That was the first con save you passed.
Shit.
So you have no excuse
Owen
for
only
forgetting.
forgets when he makes his con save.
Why can I hear things?
Okay.
His long-term memory
Just
works
be
when
ready
he's
for me to
drunk.
ask a bunch of questions about like.
Oh, and the
people's
session
names.
ended
With
at
a
the
long
night
rest,
of.
right? A long rest.
Well,
because
that's up to you guys. Do that in a second.
Yeah.
Because this is the night you're on is the night before your little adventure that you have to do from
My
your
assassin.
little
Oh,
guard detail.
we had to guard someone.
Yeah, your guard detail.
Oh yeah, you remember that,
I'm
don't you?
remembering now.
Oh yes, that was the most.
It's all coming back to me. The main reason why my
we
character
opened the
works.
session to you guys being very badly beaten and bruised. Nursing your wounds.
Oh.
Some people got held across the room.
What does the room look like right now?
You find yourselves in the library. It's pretty much an open plan space with like lots of shelves, and occasionally you just actually
I
no.
believe there was 2 flanking staircases.
Yes, there were 2 flanking staircases, and the session had ended. You guys had gone to find the gnome that runs the place,
Librarian,
and he was missing.
That's just the thing. I was just like, because I've actually forgotten everything, and none of my notes tell me what's going on. So just,
Oh yeah, and you have Calliope now.
yes.
I do.
Yeah.
She flies.
She's very cute.
So it's like a little pseudo dragon. What color?
Very cute.
Put a
Very,
picture in the
very
video.
cute.
So as you guys, ruminate amongst yourselves, Tywin, you have this little stone device that your Goliath friend gave you. I assume like in your pocket or something, or attached to your hip.
Yeah.
It just kind of like faintly like vibrates.
I pick it up and look at it.
Just like a little string of text appears. Are you accepting the job tomorrow? And then like 2 little like texts like yes, no.
Everyone, just doing a last minute RSVP type call out. I'm about to accept a job for tomorrow. Who's in for helping me on that one?
Yes.
After all this, sure.
All right.
Wolf's just staring into space and goes,
New bar without thinking, it's just like, yes, I'll be there.
Was that everyone except Tarina?
Oh no, I'm quite happy to come along.
You just religiously opposed to putting your hand up or something?
I'm religiously opposed to speaking over you, Tywin. I just appreciate your voice.
Right, hand up doesn't mean you have to speak over me. Those people did it fine. All right, I'm clicking yes. I tap yes.
So you get a little message appearing on the screen that says, "Meet me at where you'll be saying the dry fire."
Okay. All right. Well, are we cleaned up here? Is this all? Is this whole adventure that we went on today? Is this all done? You guys answered all your questions you wanted to be answered.
I can't remember what I was asking. But, shouldn't we clean this up? And I look at
What
like,
happened to the librarian?
I've been looking, I can't find them anywhere, and they were on the balcony, and then...
Can we make
Not
them
there
appear
anymore.
again if we ask for them?
The fake psychologists got them, don't you know?
Huh?
The fake psychologists.
are the brains still there?
Can they just...
Yeah.
No,
They
we've chased them off from this place, but
The
there's still
corpse is up
more.
there. The mind witnesses isn't. The mind witnesses
Yeah,
turned
I
into kind of
just-
like a gooey sludge.
I very, as if it's like something gross, I just kind of pick it up with my fingers.
The mind witness or the brain?
The brain.
It's not like tiny. Like you can grab it.
Oh, but just like,
Yeah.
What are the legs like from it?
They're kind of like
Are they mechanical or
no.
not?
They're very much. What's the word?
Meaty stumps.
No. I don't know. Like they're not metal or anything. They're like skin and like there is a bone structure to them.
They're actual
Organic.
appendages.
Organic. That's the word.
Yeah.
They are organic
Are
legs.
they
Okay.
like spider legs?
No. They're quadrupedal. They are.
It's like the size of the dog.
All I'm thinking of is like
Yeah,
baby
it's like a
feet
hairless
on the
cat,
end of
basically.
a brain.
It's like it's like kind of like a scaly kind of like think of it like little like alligator legs. Yeah, it's like alligator legs.
Oh, stumpy.
shouldn't we do something about these?
Luft picks
I
up
don't
she
even
picks
think you
up,
should
like,
be picking it up, to be
She
honest.
picks up just like anything on the floor that she can find and goes like,
Yeah, Neobar, just put that
Ew.
down. honestly, they're not moving anymore. They're not going to be committing any psychology crimes anymore. I think we could just leave them.
And I think we should probably put a hard ban right now on playing with the corpses of our enemies from now on.
Who said I was playing with them? I picked it up.
Yeah, I don't even think you should be doing that much.
I just kind of like jokingly go, ooh.
Jeez.
I mean,
Don't do that. You're the one who doesn't want my clothes to get dirty. You're throwing a bloody brain at my clothes?
I think the psychologist got to my brain because I don't remember that happening.
I think we're all experiencing that a little bit right
It is a real thing that could happen, you know, Tywin.
Look,
I mean, that's like PTSD,
I just don't
right?
want us to leave the library like this, especially if he's like left.
Well, this library can make shit appear, right? That's its whole deal.
Luft says nothing. She just goes. She stands up and then like.
So when the
flops down to see
librarian
if
comes
the-
back, that would make a broom appear and it'll be fine.
Yeah, as you flop back, a beanbag appears.
I'm pretty sure they can just move things
Yeah.
around.
You know giants could, like, void. Yeah, pretty much like that.
Yeah, just flops back.
Yeah, beanbag appears.
Bag appears.
No, all I'm saying is this ain't no ordinary library. If they'll have ways to clean this up. We're not janitors.
Yeah, but
It's not our fault this situation happened.
Yeah.
We were just the ones caught in the mess.
I just think.
Wait, did you say you asked for the librarian or no?
yeah, she was just like, no man, come back out,
Oh, okay.
please.
When you do that, you get no response for a few seconds,
Okay.
and then boom, and a brain falls to the ground.
Luft like jumps and rolls out of the beanbag.
That didn't happen before.
That's not a librarian.
Did somebody order a brain?
And no,
That's fucked
this
up.
This one you look at is compared to the ones like the quadrupedal ones. Those ones are slightly larger. This one just looks like kind of like brain applicable. Yeah. No legs, no nothing.
That's fucked up.
Guys, I'm cool with you getting beanbags and shit, but nobody do this, please.
Serena,
I pick it. I pick it
You
up.
pick up the brain.
Yeah.
is this?
I mean, it's kind of slimy. It's
Did they become a psychologist too?
Well,
I don't think you should
no.
become a psychologist if this is what's gonna happen.
We should.
I've told you last time, there's a difference between me and these lot. You see, when you're in psychology school, there's two ways to go about it. There's the hard way, where you study and do all the stuff and get your psychology degree.
And that's what you
Or
do.
you can take the shortcut and just become a brain, which is theoretically a superior sort of psychologist on account of the fact that you're not using all those other body bits, which
Because
are...
you're a brain.
Hold
You
on,
will
wait.
understand other brains.
I was.
Are you telling me
I
this
only
is-
listened to the last half of what you were saying, like I normally do when you speak. Are you saying you had the option to become a brain at some point?
Oh yeah, I could have, yeah.
Are you telling me this is?
I chose not to because I'm
It's the education
a
system.
dedicated student, you know?
Is this is this a psychologist to you?
Not anymore. We killed it. It's not going to be up to much psychology now.
Sorry, who does this? Who's in charge of this psychologist organization?
Yale University.
Right.
Is this from Yale University?
I don't know.
I asked for the library owner though. I didn't ask for a brain.
Is this the library owner's brain? Because if you think about it, some people think that we are only our brains and not our bodies.
But we-
So if
but
you
we
asked for the
had
library
one.
owner's brain, maybe you teleported it out of his body and killed him.
For him.
What the fuck? I'm just gonna pretend you didn't say that.
You know what? I
Wait, is
didn't
this a brain
ask
with
for a
legs or is it-
psychologist.
Is this a regular brain?
Just a brain, no legs.
Can I get the librarian, please?
The brain disappears from your hands and appears again and falls to the ground.
Can we get the librarian with its body?
The brain disappears and falls to the ground.
I think
Wow.
he's dead.
Can we get the librarian's brother?
Can we just maybe stop
Nothing
polling
happens.
people? Let's just.
Only challenge.
You know what? I think. I pick up the brain again. I think we should just go. You know
The
what?
psychologist got him. There's nothing we can do.
The psychologist got him.
Before we
I
leave,
concur.
I want to grab the book where I found the information that made me wig out about losing my first the voice, then the face, then the soul.
Roll a intelligence check to see if
Oh,
you can
boy.
find it.
It's time to smart.
First roll of after the hiatus.
Can I help?
Intelligence?
Can I
Yeah.
because I found the book?
No,
Intelligence.
no intelligence.
Sorry, what?
Can I help 'cause I
unnatural
found the
book.
book? And then
Did you
check-
find the book?
Yes.
Well, no, you asked for the book and the librarian gave it to you. He disappeared and reappeared with the book, so you don't know where he went to get it.
Unnatural.
You can help. You can roll with advantage if you want to, though.
Unnatural 20 though.
Yeah, you're rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. It takes you about 5 to 10 minutes, but you do find the book that you are talking about. Yeah, you have that book now. Maybe note it down to the eye. Remember you have it.
Oh, hey, Solus, come here. Put this in you. Okay. She
A little
climbs
like
up.
CD slot opens up. Book goes in.
Guys, I just realized something. We should like leave without anyone knowing we're here, because if someone finds the librarian's brain and sees us coming out of here, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it kind of matches up with our MO of all these dead brains.
You know what? Well,
it would be a little inconvenient for us to explain that we killed 95% of the brains in this room, but not that one.
okay. Well, I'm gonna sneak out. I'm gonna sneak out.
Stealth check.
Please, please, please. Wow, that's a 9.
Okay, you sneak out. At least you think you do.
Yeah.
Can I do a medicine check on the brain and see?
What are you trying to discern?
I want to discern how it was extracted or why it's separate.
Okay, make a medicine check.
Okay. 10.
You can't tell how it was extracted, but you do notice about like roughly about here, where the brain would be relative to that. There's just a little bit of a divot in the brain, which usually isn't there, based on what you know about brains.
Not sure if I want to touch that.
I'm telling you, Khalithu, it's just the psychologist.
Is that little hole there when you turn into a psychologist?
I don't think this one's been turned into a psychologist.
Oh.
I think they just gave it their special treatment.
So he got forcefully turned into a psychologist?
Well, no, I don't think this one is a psychologist.
Oh.
This one's probably just been, extracted to get all of those fleshy bits out of the way so that it can concentrate on its psychology treatment. That's what those psychologists...
Yes, all of the cosmetic upgrades were added first, and then the...
Yeah, so you get rid of all of the body, and then there's just the brain, so you can really focus on the psychology aspects of fixing them, you know? That's their sort of outlook anyway. I don't agree with it.
I'm going to leave it on the ground.
Okay. So yeah, Nirvara has slinked off. What else would you? What the rest of the guy?
Well, I'm not
Any
gonna.
input on this one? Do you have any words of wisdom on this one?
Would you like to hide any of these brains?
Most likely the librarian's brain. Yes.
Yeah.
Can we, if we can make things appear, can we make them disappear? I pick up a brain, the librarian's brain, and I go, get rid of this.
Nothing happens.
I don't want this anymore.
Luft
But
just
that's
gently
what's
takes it
talking
out
to
of your
you.
hands, and then she pulls a book off of the shelf, and then she puts the brain behind it, and then she puts the book like in front of it. She doesn't put it like vertically. She just pushed a whole bunch of other books out, and then putting it on front like that. She's like,
Great.
done.
Well, problem solved. Everyone happy?
No.
I was happy 5 minutes ago. Why haven't we left yet?
That's what I'm thinking. Let's go back to the bar, I think.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright,
So, the six of you, as you're leaving, you just see Nirvara just kind of like hides behind a building, hides behind another building, runs off.
I'm like tiptoeing as well, just like.
Guys,
No,
listen
it's
here.
fine. No.
All of you, well, I expect you to see that.
I'm just tiptoeing away like they'll never see.
No, we found out.
You know,
We
like how
found
in
out
like
that
animated
can be sarcastic.
shows that like you just see the like ding 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 ding. Yeah.
That's actually Nirvara. She's like, you'll never find me.
I mean,
goes from
She
building
just has
to
like a
building,
massive
just
pack of
following
coins on the
behind
side
them.
and just jingles every time she takes a step.
I'm just gonna say we found out the caliphate could be very sarcastic. So. Alright, well, yeah, let's just let's just go back to the tavern.
Oh, to sleep.
But like right now,
Yeah.
we can't.
Why?
We can't. Don't we have the job?
That's
No,
tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
We can sleep.
Oh,
It's okay. It's alright. We can sleep.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I ain't sleeping yet.
As you head back to the tavern, you see a giant metal man. Would you like to describe what you look like?
Oh.
So Solomon stands, he's almost 7 foot tall, and it's this great sort of hulking figure of armor, very bulky, looks like it would be cumbersome. You can't quite tell if it's a figure or just the armor itself.
Okay.
He wears this great big, the bishop's hat, the sort of scapular?
Yeah.
You can see that pointing up above him, adding to his already tremendous height. And what seems like a very tattered, very well worn, almost like a shawl of chainmail. Layers and layers of it, just draping down, a bit on his front that trails down almost as like a half cape on his back. Layers down there. You see a tabard hanging down the middle of his pants, basically, which you can't quite tell, once again, if it's something to do with worship, because he definitely looks to be covered in Holy Scripture. There's seals, there's stamps all over him. He's a decorated suit of armor, but very well worn. And this tabard, as you get closer, if you do, you can see that it's not actually a tabard, it's rather a huge, worn leather blacksmithing apron. And along the side of it, you can see tongs and calipers, a small forge hammer. To his side, he carries a massive boarding shield, once again almost about half the size of him, and at his hip rests a blunt-headed warhammer, which looks distinctly heat-scarred, like it's been used to forge something with it. That's about what he looks like.
Wow.
Seems to be standing just very rigidly at attention, staring off into the distance.
I turn to Barty and I go, I think we should ignore this guy.
Luft has immediately
You specifically notice.
No.
Next to him is your Goliath friend.
Oh shit! Hey, what's up, Chua? What was your name again?
Very funny.
Alright.
What's
This guy. Oh, you must be his friends.
Are you back to give me an update about tomorrow? Did you get the... Yes, I don't know how this technology works.
So, I'd like to introduce you to my friend Solomon 5.
Hello!
Nice to meet you, Tywin Sure-Shot.
Stares strangely down at your hand. Like, he doesn't move, you can't see his eyes either, he just doesn't react.
Calliope's just depicting images of fish to Solomon.
Am I with
In your head, Solomon, you can just see multiple images of just fish in your head for some reason.
Am I with the party now?
Yeah. We would have arrived at a similar
You would
place.
have
If you still...
You would just let...
I just
Hi.
Luft has turned around and like grabbed Trey's shirt. She's like,
I'd like to just turn to the Goliath. Are these the ones you need me to babysit?
Don't tell me that's the word you used. I'm gonna feel very betrayed if that's what you said.
I mean, I thought they were bouncers because of your bad drinking habits.
he's so tall!
I do not have bad drinking habits.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
barely even a habit.
Yeah.
Solomon comes highly requested from the people you will be guarding. So yes, I suppose this is a babysitting job for him.
Wait, repeat all of that.
He said, Solomon here comes highly requested from the people you will be guarding. So
Right.
yes, I suppose it is a babysitting mission.
What's so special about you, Solomon?
I am Solomon 5. Warforged.
Solomon 5, like the number 5?
That is my designation.
Like not Solomon the 5th, Solomon 5.
That is my designation.
Right. So
I
is
am
Solomon
a
part of the
Warforged.
designation, or is the 5 the sole part of the
I
designation?
imagine there was 4
That
Solomons
is
before
my
this one, and they all went and
designation.
offed themselves somehow.
Oh, they're
Well, that's normally when you would be Solomon the 5th.
There are
That-
far
That's
more than
awesome.
5 of us. I am merely the 5th of my case.
Are the others still alive?
Are they going to be asking these questions the whole time?
Look, if you're uncomfortable talking about death, maybe this isn't the right line of work for you.
I was not told this would be part of the employment.
excuse me.
Talking?
Hold on.
Hello.
Luft
Would I
is
be able to purchase
standing
one of you?
right in front of him.
Purchase one of my what?
You.
One of my what?
You yourself.
Purchase
If there's
me.
Solomon 5, there must be Solomon more.
I am currently employed by
Yes, but you see,
You don't know his name.
I don't know his name.
No one knows his
No
name.
one knows his name.
I am currently employed by this
Tyron's been asking for 10
I
episodes
apologize.
and Tyron doesn't know his name.
I would like to. Do you know where I can get these for purchase?
Why do you want to?
Once my contract with this gentleman is finished, you may inquire.
I think there's.
So you are selling yourself, just not right now.
I am merely seeking coin to help further my quest.
What
Yeah,
what
that's
is
called a
that
career.
exactly?
That's fun.
As
Sorry,
you
looked
can
as
see,
like, what is that? Because she's very
I
small.
seek
she's
to
looking
spread
up
the
at you.
word of Palor, the Lord of Light.
Oh Jesus.
Okay.
Gods?
Indeed.
So did he,
The great Forge
like,
Father gave life to me, and as such I seek to spread his word throughout this world.
Trey has also pulled out a book and has started writing down stuff.
Luft is starting to like pace around. She's gone, right. So
You will notice that there is another Warforged
Yeah.
element here. This
Yeah.
this Warforged looks a lot sleeker in design, much fresher, as compared to Solomon, who has sometimes like older looking technology jutting out of his arms. You'll see with Solomon's design, there'll be like one steel bearing, like large bearing where like the joints are supposed to be, whereas with Darren's there's like a much more sleeker, like kind of like fiber optic looking like system flowing through his arms, and so you notice that a lot.
Ah, brother, I see you have also been found.
Yes.
How long has it been since you awakened?
3 years.
Congratulations. Each day is another in the service of Palor. May you find your light.
Thank you.
So like, are you the first model? Is he the 2.0? I'm just where?
I am not aware of my brother's origins.
Right.
I was forged in a crucible set
Okay.
with several others.
What's a crucible?
It is the great forge which gave me my form and soul.
Okay.
We should take a mandatory break.
Mandatory. Apologies, guys. We'll be right back.
All right, we'll take back soon. Goodbye.
Sorry about that. We return after some technical issues. So jumping right back in where we were. Yes, the party was being introduced to Solomon 5, not Solomon the 5th.
Specifically 5.
Yes. So, as you were.
So these markings you have on you, were these done by like ancients or were they? And she has now started like moving. She's under your arm and she's like reaching up to grab it.
Both been ordained by a pharaoh cleric and myself. Would you please stand
Trey
back?
picks up looks just so that look can reach higher up.
Right.
What is my purpose here?
To be
You
really
will see
cool.
some of the runes look have a faint reddish glow to them, and you recognize that as being Aether flowing through parts of his system.
Can I read any of the script that is on him?
Make an Arcana check.
Okay. Give me the 7.
You recognize bits of it.
Okay.
Some of the text on it reads like code would, like motor control, some stuff like that. You can't tell what the specifics of how he works are, and that would probably even require an Arcana check beyond your level at this point.
Yeah.
Probably something you should definitely look into the future when you expand your knowledge of how Warforged work and stuff like that, or maybe you find some sort of ancient script. This is how we made them. 5 pounds of butter, something like that.
Yeah. This is actually, oh my god, you have all of your, these are blue, I can't read these, but like it says motor, are these blueprints? You have blueprints all over you.
Indeed.
She turns and looks at
My form is
looking at you like,
modifiable to an extent, though I do not currently possess the skill to do so.
do you want someone who can? She's like hanging from your arm at this point.
Do you know someone who could?
She pulls out all of her tools. She's got like tools in her hand.
You are skilled in the arts of the artificer?
Yeah.
Indeed. And you, a construct, as I point to Solix. You're the one that speaks for her. How? Do you have sentience, or merely a guise?
It's a combination of a few things, but mostly that one controls me. So when she's asleep, I'm asleep, I guess.
Alas, it lacks a soul. But, all the same, true intelligence in constructs is something I seek to unravel the secrets of.
I built him when I was 6.
Indeed.
He doesn't know what that means.
6.
So,
There are 5 others of you.
Interesting.
6.
Yeah.
So, Solomon, are we allowed to call you Solomon, or do you want Solomon 5?
My designation is Solomon 5. I have been called many names. You may address me as you please.
Okay. That was a long way to say whatever you want. I want to know what your weapon of choice is.
As you can see,
Points to the hammer.
I favor my forge hammer. And he wields this, it's definitely it's not a forge hammer, it's not like a small one, it's just a war hammer that he's repurposed to
The
hit.
head itself is bigger than your head.
Yeah, interesting. Is that really an effective weapon in combat? Doesn't get too cumbersome for you?
I think he can probably throw that thing around. You should use it. What can you do?
At that point, I'd just like to sort of swing it and just bash to the closest piece of stonework, and then clank it against my shield. And my weapons are fully
the building
effective.
definitely shudders.
Can we please take any other weapon discoveries outside? We do not need to destroy this inn.
We're currently standing
Please?
outside the building.
No, you're inside.
Oh, we're inside. Okay.
Trey's so cool!
I know, but at
You're
least ask
drinking, man.
If you want a demonstration of his martial prowess,
I believe I have the capacity to drink, but
Alright, 2 Tywin's Banes, please.
But look, they're so different! Like, he's so
that would
different! They're
be
so different!
$1.
Yeah, a chuck of gold over.
Cool.
What's the bartender's name?
Pardon?
What's the bartender's name?
Martha.
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 I look to Martha like, with that like a sheepish look, like you okay with all this happening?
She shrugs. You can tell. You know her. She's seen like a lot worse. Okay, can I get you to make a Constitution saving throw, and can you make one at advantage?
I just like pick it up strangely and stare at it.
Give it a shot.
You see the jaw just opens very mechanically because his mouth has barely been moving because it's just an armored visage. So Constitution saving throw advantage.
Luft is sitting on the bar staring at you. Like she's just
16.
on the bar.
10.
Just going.
Okay. Both of you pass.
Just downs it, no response whatsoever. Puts the glass back on the counter.
She's grabbed Nia's wrist and she's like, "Gates, look at it."
I'm like with her, like, oh, that's so cool.
No!
So what'd that do for you, Solomon?
What do? The drink?
Yes.
Yeah.
As I explained, I have the capacity to imbibe liquids. I do not need to do so to survive.
Do you have a liver?
Better tolerance
I
than
do not
Thailand.
believe so. I have the capacity to consume material, but I do not need to survive.
I think I should have a drink to celebrate this fun new friend we've all made.
Are you buying one?
Indeed.
I want to tie.
Do you not have the capacity to use
Okay,
contractions at all?
Out of character. How does
I
Taylor
do not understand what you ask.
Like you don't say don't, you say do not all the time. That stuff.
It does not affect my effectiveness in combat.
Right.
As such, it was
Don't you
not
just feel like you're wasting a lot of time talking because you can't get through a sentence without saying 25 words?
I was not constructed to talk.
Alright then. Well, what's so special about Solomon that he needs to come on this job with us?
everything? The look is still like.
I mean,
becomes highly requested from the people you will be guiding.
okay, but from memory, I'm the world's best ranger, and I've got already a bunch of party members helping me out.
The world's best ranger is not invulnerable, as he clanks heavily on his chest.
Luft squeals.
Your form is weak. I stand here as
That
a
don't
warrior.
matter if I don't get spotted.
Indeed. However, I am told that in your exploits you often are.
What are you telling him?
Nothing but the truth.
As such, I stand here as a firmer physical defense.
Alright. Do I have to
trouble.
split the pay with Solomon?
His pay is separate.
Okay, well then, happy to have you aboard, Solomon. I know it's not, I know you don't think it's attitude, but I'd like to cut the attitude a little bit.
I do not understand.
I know you don't. It's fine.
Indeed.
Tywin is a bird, but he doesn't he has a soul, but he doesn't do other. Do you feel things?
I do not know.
Ah,
Consciousness was only recently bestowed upon me from my automated state to be.
Well, how old are you?
So how old are you? Yeah.
I awakened to gain my full mind roughly 25 years ago.
Oh, he's not a baby.
I do not know,
You're
however.
almost as old as me.
Man
that's fine.
has his first episode and we're already asking the existential questions.
I do not know.
So
Do you feel? Does it hurt when you die?
So you're a baby. He's not a baby, but he's kind of like a baby.
Ironic for the child of the group to be calling people babies.
But
Well, technically,
To be
he's
clear,
Yes.
I may well be aged far beyond the years that I know. The time before I was awakened, I merely have memories of fire and blood as a construct of war.
I have
do not
memories
know
of
how
fire
long.
and blood, but very differently because my mentor was a lot, but mainly the fire thing was because she'd get really mad, and then the blood was usually just because I hit something. Point is, anyway, so where are you from?
Is everyone supposed to have memories of
I was from a small village, though once again it is the early memories
his
are
blood is on fire.
foggy to me. They are obscured, partially corrupted.
Sometimes.
Huh.
I was under an employ of a dwarf for a considerable period of time.
Okay.
Ran a forge for him, acted as a well,
Excuse me.
as an automated.
Fucking dwarfs.
Tywin!
So keep your comments to yourself until the end of the
Get
story.
Sharpie's
Thank
talking.
you.
A dwarf's still my favorite enemy.
Last campaign, I made Jordan hate dwarves so much, he's made him his favorite enemy this campaign.
Yeah, he just hates dwarves. Speaking of which, he told me that people can be racist to robots.
Indeed.
So you can be racist to robots.
I do not understand.
Cool.
So with your religion check about Palor.
Yes.
You know that Palor is commonly associated with the creation myth of the universe. He's also considered a forge god by some communities in the sense that light, fire, heat, creation, stuff like that. What else would you like to discern with the 18 of your roll?
I want to see if his other script name drops Palor, or if he has a Palor sigil. Anywhere.
It is like
it's very apparent.
It was inscribed by both me, who's a cleric of Palor, and by fellow clerics.
I want to see what other scripture he has on him though.
Yeah, some of it is like
most of it's just religious.
Yeah, some of it's like I give myself to Palor, great deity of creation.
Okay.
Bless this, O divine armor, may it protect my form.
Yeah. Blessed be thy name. Yeah. Okay. Right.
I walk closer to Solomon and like how tall? Like was 7?
It's about 7 foot. Yeah.
He's about
but
7
there's
feet.
it's still got the hat. Oh no, sorry, we're inside. Oh. So
Yes.
he's like removed this, which you hear a chink click for the scapula, and he's just placed it. He's just holding it under him with his shield.
So Tywin approaches Solomon, and so Tywin obviously has to look up at him. He's getting close.
Just grindingly stares down. You hear this.
All right, listen, Solomon. This is I'm just a little wary of bringing on party members I don't know. We've tried to do that a couple times and it hasn't quite worked out well for our group. I need to know, when push comes to shove, are you willing to do what you need to do to survive and to save us?
Respectfully, Tywin, I am not in your employ.
Understandable.
That being said, my purpose of creation was to protect. I was designed to be involatile, and as such, protect those I was built to serve.
And you're not gonna pussy out at the last second is what I'm asking.
He doesn't know what that means.
Fear.
You're not gonna vagina out at the last second.
Hold on now.
I barely understand. I got it at the start, but then you clarified and I had to pause for a second. It's like, no, it's just fear is not in my capacity. Those who fear that they may come to harm. My armor, invulnerable. In doing so, I shield my form, and I shield my mind from fear itself.
I look towards the Goliath and I go,
Oh yeah, by the way, as you look to where the guy was sitting, no one there.
okay. I look back to Solomon and I go, okay.
Luft had grabbed
All right.
his hat
All
while
right.
he was talking.
Can I
I respect it. First thing I'm going to teach you, though, this is called a handshake. Next time someone comes up to you like this, the respectful thing to do is for you to put your hand out and grab my hand.
Before you do that, hold on.
I just
hold on a
grasp
second.
it.
Make a strength check.
Strength check.
Just grab his hand as far as wonderfully as I can.
Tywin, you're
That's
gonna-
2, thankfully.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Anything higher, no recognize.
Tywin has no hand.
A 2
What are you expending on?
Plus 3.
plus 1.
Plus 3?
Yeah, 10.
Oh no, it's plus 2.
Is your strength on 17?
Tywin,
that's what it was.
to do that. We don't know how strong he is yet.
Well, yeah.
Ah!
Just
Okay.
gentle thrust.
Calm down.
Like I'm not trying to hurt him, he just
Yeah.
grasp the hand, so I'm holding it like I would hold a bar.
Yeah. Yep. That's how you do it. Good job. You can let go now.
Can I investigate and see where the Goliath went, or would I?
Yeah, make a perception check.
Oh, that's a 15.
I have a passive at 15. I didn't see him either, did I?
No. I know what your passives are, and none of you saw him, so don't.
Yeah.
Alright, well, I'm gonna get some sleep. That's what that's what mortals do when we
I am aware.
need to get rest. Okay, good. It just seems it's very inconsistent what you're aware of and what you're not, so I need to make sure to explain everything to you.
Luft's still holding the hats like, don't be fucking rude.
I'm not. I'm trying to be inclusive.
Unless they're a dwarf.
Well, there are no dwarfs, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's cross that bridge when we come to it. I'm going upstairs to sleep. I down the rest of my Tywin's Bane.
Yeah, sure.
And I head upstairs.
Cool. So with that, everyone else, did you want to go? Oh, I think Luff wanted to do something.
Sorry?
Did you want to do something? You said you wanted to go to bed immediately?
No, because she's going to, well, she was going to read that book a little bit more, but now she sort of wants to, like, start drawing, what these two look like, and she's, like, sketching out their differences and doing, like, all this
if you
stuff.
want to use this for any future progress, you should make an intelligence roll. And
Yeah,
just write down what you got for that.
Okay.
With this new information, I will follow up after Tywin, and just before we split off into our own rooms, I will minor illusion and walk in front of him just as he turns a corner. And then I'm gonna dismiss it just before he gets a second glance at it.
Okay, I can do this.
A crossbow bolt goes through the illusion of the dwarf.
Oh shit.
Tywin, you're jumping today.
Because I completely misunderstood. I thought you said door, and so I was like, okay, sure, yeah, that makes sense. But you said dwarf.
Yes.
Maybe the Bane has gotten to me. Pull the bolt out of the door and go inside.
Was I hired a room by this Goliath fellow or not?
Yes.
Okay, so I do have actually logic.
Yes,
yeah.
you have actually. But only for 1 night.
What are we up to? Do we just wake up? Or
No. Well, do you guys want to do anything else before you go to bed?
So they've all just basically left me to sit at the bar, have I? Is that the case? And she's fervently sketching.
Yes.
me.
Yeah,
Trey's just sitting there making sure Luft doesn't do
15.
anything.
Okay, so write down. Okay, so here's what I want you to write down on your notes.
Yep.
Make it like nice and big so you can come back to it.
Yep.
Warforged check 15, and then so when you come back to it, I'll be like, how have you done in the past?
Yeah.
And then we can look at those and be like, oh, you know a lot about Warforged, you don't know nothing about Warforged. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want me to write specifically that I have done sketches of these two?
Sure. Just write down like Solomon and Darren. Darren, anything you want to do before you head to bed?
Get sketched by Luft.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So the sketching happens. Anything you guys want to do over here?
It is a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Sally V. I'll introduce myself properly tomorrow when the rest of these chaps have done frothing over you, yeah?
Indeed.
Yeah,
I'll head upstairs.
I'll do a quick introduction as well.
Talking about it like
Nice
he's
to meet you, Solomon. I'm Neva.
Hello.
It's Sully V.
I'm
That's
Solomon.
just the name.
Can I actually touch hands or just COVID handshake?
COVID handshake. Do you shake hands with Solomon?
Yeah, I
He
will.
grabs your hand and just holds it very, very tightly, apparently.
It's very nice to meet you. You've got a very firm grip.
Indeed. My strength is formidable.
Luft is standing eye level with your hands, like sketching them.
I might need to let go. I think my hand's getting crushed.
No, not yet.
Please.
Hang
Any
on, do you
longer,
want
I
me
won't
to-
have one.
Oh, okay, that's
Do you
fair.
want me to do it?
Yes.
For you? Okay. Trey goes out for a handshake to Solomon, and then the process just
That's
goes.
just the rest of the episode. Just sitting there.
Yeah, just it's nice to meet you. I'm Trey. I like making weapons and would be.
You are skilled as an artisan?
I guess so.
Can you tend a forge?
Yes.
You will be useful to me indeed.
It's good to hear. I'm happy to learn under any.
Fellow followers of Palor's teachings are always needed in this
Well,
world.
she follows
I
Kanos.
haven't really heard much of Palor before. I follow Kanos.
I know of him from my readings of the scripture. He is a respectable deity. However, when I speak of Palor's teachings, I speak of those of creation. To tend the forge, to stoke the flame, that is Palor's domain.
Yeah, that's interesting. I would like to learn more of what you have to know.
As is my delegation, I would be blessed to teach.
That's
You get the first sort of sense of like actual warmth to someone, short of the
Yeah.
the mild like hesitation with Luft, who's so eager.
yeah,
It has been my pleasure.
mine as well. Now, Luft, I know you're busy and stuff, but we do have it. We have to do something tomorrow. We can draw along the way. We can draw along the way.
But I need to open the plate. I haven't seen what he looks like inside yet.
Tomorrow. Solomon is still going to be here tomorrow.
But
And
we don't
maybe in
know
the future-
that.
We do know that. We have a mission tomorrow.
Yeah, but
We can draw along the way. Okay? Come on. Time for bed. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Look, has like tears in her eyes. She waves. she waves to Solomon. She's just waved as she's left.
Solomon just reacts strangely as you watch him. Off you go.
Goodbye, Shy.
With that, everyone can mark off a long rest.
Yeah.
Yay!
We can do that.
Cool.
Fresh, so I need to.
Yes.
Hang on there. I wanted to do
Oh,
something.
did you? Yes, continue.
Yes. What time is it, by the way?
Oh,
What-
yes.
we
Time to get a
You wanted to do
watch.
something.
I want to do the thing.
Yes, you
Of
did.
course.
First off, can I get you to roll a...
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, you don't have to roll anything. Continue.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't need to roll anything?
No.
Alright, what's the time I did ask?
It's late evening, maybe like 8, 9 p.m.
8, 9 p.m.?
Getting quite late now.
Alright, cool. Is there anyone currently in their rooms who isn't these guys?
I mean, yeah, you could reasonably deduce that people would be in their rooms. So.
Mm-hmm. And listening at the doors, I'd like to try and find a room where someone's asleep.
Yeah, sure. Make a perception check. Sorry, investigation.
Investigation?
You're quite good at it.
Yes, thank you. Good grief. Not a perception. Yeah. That is a 24.
Yeah, you can find a room with someone asleep in it.
May I enter?
The door is locked.
Door is locked. That is a shame.
Kick down.
I kick down? No, I don't kick down the door. What do I have? I have nothing useful for breaking into rooms. I would like to use my instant manicure to try and melt the lock.
Melt the lock.
Yes.
Explain to me how you would do that using your instant manicure.
It deals acid damage.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check to like determine the fidelity you have when doing so.
Cool. That is a 12 at least.
Okay.
It is in fact a 14.
12 plus 4 is 14.
I said it's
No.
a 12 at least, so I know what my
Roll
dex
the
is. I wasn't
time.
just checking to see if my...
Okay. 14. Okay, I'll say yeah. With some visible damage to the lock, yeah, you can get into the room.
Cool. I'd like to eat their brain.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so a spectral tiara, akin to the one that you're wearing, appears above the head of the creature that you would like to consume.
Mm-hmm.
You see them kind of violently shake in their sleep, and
Like a washing machine.
their eyes roll back, and yeah, you have sufficiently been fed.
Excellent.
Yes.
I would like to take on their likeness and leave the room.
Okay.
Okay. Does anyone have a highlighter by any chance? Sorry, really random question.
No, sorry.
Closing the door behind me.
No, I need a highlighter. Yeah. Oh, cool. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
With that, yeah, everyone
Yep.
can indeed mark off a long rest.
Yep, nothing happens. Cool.
Awesome.
Nothing happens.
It's gonna go through though, I think.
I'm not up to anything, guys, I promise.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Well, no, eating brains is a
becoming
fun
a
normal
zombie
activity.
is like...
It's a part of psychology training.
Hi,
yeah.
my name's Serena. I'd like to apply to be a zombie in
Also,
in the
you
Plants
use your
vs.
changing
Zombie
powers
live
to
action
transform into a
movie.
rat.
Here are my skills.
With that, a fresh morning comes to you all. Relatively uneventful for most people. Nothing nefarious happening anywhere.
That's good.
Just a totally normal game with just totally normal things happening.
Always glad to hear.
I'm gonna head downstairs.
Yep. You head downstairs.
Yeah.
I would be downstairs already feeding chicken.
Yeah.
Some grain.
Good morning.
Good morning, Nia. How are you doing today?
I'm good. Oh, big day today.
I know.
Wait, did you stay up all night?
No,
No. Okay.
I passed out on my notes.
Yeah. Yes.
If you stay up all night, you will start building up exhaustion stats.
Yeah, because Trey was like, alright, cool, and she was like, yeah. Just ends
Make
up
sure you
falling
get some
asleep.
sleep. Good
Yeah.
night, love. You're like,
Yeah. She falls asleep on her notes.
Is Tywin up?
I don't think so. I haven't seen.
Morning!
There he
Good
is.
morning. I have a question.
Oh, what's
Do we
up?
need to be ourselves when we're like do we need to? Okay, so like, do we need to disguise ourselves when we're doing the thing?
Probably not.
Okay.
I mean, you can if you don't want to be associated with this sort of work. Then I would suggest doing that.
Say
if you
no
don't
more.
give a fuck, don't do it.
Say no more.
Alright.
I've got a disguise kit. So can I just like disguise myself?
Yeah. So roll a sleight of hand check.
That's an unnatural 20.
Yeah. Without a doubt. What would you like to look like?
Look like a government official.
Sure. You can go acquire the required clothing and makeup to do so, and yeah, without a doubt, you can do that.
Do I look like I belong?
Pretty good.
Excellent.
Impressed.
I just don't want anyone to
I think I assumed you were terrible with that stuff because when you've tried that sort of stuff before, it hasn't quite worked out.
I don't think
I'll
Eva
pretend
That was
it's-
forgery, kid. That's a whole different.
Eva has
That's a
never
different
tried
thing.
to be somebody else.
I'm just saying, like, craft in general
She
does not
only
seem to
tried
be
to
her
rob
strong
a shop.
suit.
I wasn't on my A game.
Honestly, you can't recognize that as Miyavara. Unless, if you didn't know that, you would be fooled.
I'm on my A game today. This time, I'm eyes on the prize.
Hang on, let's
so
test this out. Let's wait till everybody else comes down and see if they can recognize.
That's a good idea.
I
On that
excitedly
note-
sit down.
Good morning, everyone, and random government official. Isn't it such a fine day for fighting dropout psychologists?
Good morning.
Do you look like Tarina?
No.
Yes, I do.
Wait, do you?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, did you change back?
Yes.
Okay.
Obviously.
Okay, cool.
Good morning.
Morning, Tarina.
Morning, Tarina. How'd you sleep? Was it good?
I had a lovely sleep.
I like your accessories.
Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
I think it might be a permanent fixture in my wardrobe.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Does it give your psychology a big boost, or do you think it attracts more?
Well, I haven't
customers,
actually
or-
tested it for like using it on psychology sort of applications.
How have you used it? Just as an accessory?
I've just been wearing it so far.
Yeah, I
It
guess
seems
so.
nice.
Where'd you pick it up?
I don't remember. It was somewhere.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I think it was somewhere. I don't remember.
yeah, this is the new government official.
Hey, it's a pleasure to meet you, sir.
Sir.
Oh, ma'am?
Ma'am.
Ma'am, right.
Now that so while you're visually disguised, anyone who knows your voice can still tell it's you.
Cool.
Haha, we
anyone
pranked
except
you,
Tarina.
it's
Yes.
Niavara!
Frank Control!
You
that
just
camera?
been
See
that
pranked, and
camera
Chicken
there?
Sun's
Yeah,
doing like
pranked.
a dance.
Bring out the ninjas.
You guys hear this sort of thunderous booming down the steps that they creak heavily as Solomon strides down and looks around to sight eyes on Tywin.
Good morning, Solomon.
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Yes, I did, thank you. I didn't expect that sort of question coming from you.
It was an attempt at pleasant conversation.
He's learning already. I like it. Excuse me, Martha, 2 Tywin Banes, please.
Yeah.
On your
You
morning-
get your
on your
time
morning
and space.
pissery.
Morning grind.
I promise this is not a
This is not a regular
This
occurrence.
is not an advertisement for alcoholism.
Please, no.
Kids at home.
On the
Do
note
not.
of everyone coming down and Solomon comes down, Luft has also she's walking down the stairs. You guys can see she's a little bit out of it, and and her hair is a bit too neat to have been done by her, because it usually looks wild. Because Trey was like, just come here, and she did her hair. And she's come down, she's talking to Solar. She's like, yeah, but I mean, she left things in you, so it's like, who's this?
I don't say anything, but I just kind of stand up and stare at Luft. You are under arrest.
Do you try to put on a voice?
Yeah.
Performance check.
I don't recognize it, do I?
No.
Well, I'll get you guys both to roll perception checks.
What's a perception?
Good
Like a-
performance.
It's good performance.
20?
19.
It's a 5.
So you don't recognize it.
I pull out my gun.
No,
At which point I'd like to stride over and just clamp my hand on top of yours. I don't think I was introduced to you. You are not authorized to do that. I am aware.
Solomon, it's just
Impersonating an official of the government is a crime.
Solomon, this is just called a joke.
Yeah.
It's just what people do when they're trying to make each other laugh. Do you know laughing?
Head goes back and forth.
Wait.
No.
I'm gonna prank. Is Callie up with us?
I'll just at that point I'll just
Eventually.
release your arm and just sort of sit back for a second.
Wait, I want to
Darren's
pull a
not
prank
there
on Callie.
either.
Not yet.
These two in love with it.
Yeah, eventually Callie doesn't come in, but Socks flies down the stairs and
Socks?
then starts
Calliope.
Both.
Both?
I'm gonna prank
You call her socks, you
Callie.
can call her Connor.
Yeah.
Calliope!
Also, she can transform back and forth.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
cool.
she got
I
lots of
didn't know
things,
that.
yeah.
I'm learning.
I whisper to everyone, I'm gonna prank Callie.
Okay, good luck.
Yes.
Luft's just put
I am
her.
looking through Calliope's eyes.
She's done. Luft's done grabby hands
Can
to
you hear through
Calliope.
Calliope?
I think it's C in here. I'm not actually
Did
sure.
you please?
It might just be C.
Because different levels of how far you go into the pack of the chain thing gives you different.
I have
options.
voice of the Chain Master, so it's unlimited.
Oh, okay, yeah. You can hear that they're talking about pranking you.
Hey, Tywin, how long until this job of ours?
A few hours.
Speaking of which, I should say, our mutual employer was not very clear on the specifics of this job. I was merely told I would need to protect a group of individuals,
Oh, okay.
indeed yourselves.
I was given specifics. I can't recite them to you right now because it's been weeks since we played D&D.
Yes.
But
I would like you to recite them.
Perhaps God can humor us.
I think we were supposed to go to a thing and defend some things, make sure things didn't happen. Something about politics. Rooster's gone and kidnapped. We were in a simulation.
Specifics.
Indeed.
But yeah, hang on, I wrote it down. So let me just get that out. And I am now going to read from this pad that I wrote it on.
It's going pretty good.
I'm waiting. Okay. So for the benefit of Stuart and also the players who haven't played for a few weeks, the job in essence is there is a war going on between two different continents,
Which we're not joining, apparently.
No.
and councils from both governments are meeting up to discuss potential peace treaties, and both sides are very paranoid that at this meeting something is going to go wrong. So you guys, Tywin, since he gave the information that he was part of a squad, now was hired to protect outside of the conflict. Mm-hmm. And you were basically requested, because people know of you, you're pretty noticeable. You were requested by the leader, Theodore, as extra reinforcement for these guys and for the rest of the group. So the council involves the leader, Theodore. There's also 3 other kind of sub-leaders, I can't remember what again, Myra, Maddo, and Aglon. And then there are 5 other just council members, which is the case. So these 9 people are who you have been tasked to protect.
Oh, can you give me the names of those first 4?
Yes, Theodore,
Yep.
Myra, M-I-R-A.
Yep.
Mado, M-A-D-O. And Aglon, A-G-L-O.
Tough.
Cool.
Oh, I did have that written down.
Yeah, you were writing those down like recently.
I remember writing that, yeah.
Yes. And then there are 5 other council members.
Mira and Mado are halflings, Agamon is a dwarf.
Yes.
Cool. And 5 others.
Yes, and then the 5 other council members that are just really generic comments.
And Theodore is Roos's father.
Yes.
Stuff like this, so it's like
Another piece of information that you would know just generally is you've been in the city for a while. Theodore, the leader of this city, of the council of the city, his daughter is missing. Just that is all you would know. His daughter is missing.
Yeah.
So Solomon, I mean, I hope I just made it clear what the job is. All that stuff I just said. Now you are quite a hulking figure. You seem to draw a lot of attention from everyone.
And
The fact that you're 7 feet tall and very large and wearing shiny armor.
It's not particularly shiny. It is fairly dull and worn. But
Right.
Solomon looks around like this is news to him.
So, I just think I'm more of a attack from afar, almost attack from the shadows kind of guy. I don't want attention to be drawn to myself necessarily. We may be able to work with that. We'll plant you in the main area near them to give the sort of gruff of like anyone who wants to get to them must go through you. And then I can watch from afar, and my party members can be wherever they feel most comfortable also, I believe would be the best way to approach it.
Indeed. I am best deployed at close range.
Good.
I will
All right.
stand near the council.
Sounds good to me. How about everyone else? Where does everyone else feel comfortable stationed? Close range, long range?
well, I'm not good far away,
So Kelly is now walking down the stairs, and to you guys, he hasn't been hearing any of the conversation, but he's,
Callie, we're talking about the job.
I know. I think me and Calliope can be your eyes. I'd be pretty good at that.
You can be our eyes, like a scout type position.
I think so.
That sounds useful. Alright. What about everyone else?
Huh?
Where would you like to be stationed for this job? Where do you feel most comfortable if you're going to fight? For example, I'm going to be on a rooftop, I reckon. Okay, don't just nod at me. I know you can't talk, but I do know that you do sign like that's not offensive to say.
Considering I'm a government official, I'll be at the doorway, be making sure that no one suspicious comes in.
Okay, that's probably a good idea.
Speaking of which, I point at Kelly, you're under arrest.
Oh no, who is this?
A second time, I clamp your hand down. Impersonating a government official is a crime.
You're under arrest for having a baby, and I like look at
Intuitively, it takes a second, but he releases your arm. Realizing this is a joke, yes.
It's just a joke. I was trying to call Calliope to give her a
is.
kiss on the nose.
Yep, she's fixing.
And I give her like a little kiss on the nose, like, babe.
Luft is coming past and she pats Calliope as well. And she says to Tywin, sorry, I want to be on the roof.
You want to be on the roof with me? Okay, I guess you got a gun, so you'll be alright from afar.
I'll take the doorway.
Is she-
Make sure no one comes in.
Alright.
Unless that's not a position.
I don't. Well, we don't really know the exact layout of the location. We should have scouted it yesterday, but we were at a library.
Yeah.
So,
I'd likely set myself up with Big Sally V on account of the fact that I did promise to introduce myself properly. On a related note, actually, since we're doing an important job today, does anyone feel like breakfast?
Yeah?
I'm in the mood for a roast.
A roast?
A roast.
That's a lot for
Where are you going to get a
breakfast.
roast from?
Can I go get a roast and 10 gold worth of charcoal and herbs?
Absolutely.
What is going on?
Sure.
What is happening
Yes.
this day?
Mark of like 12 gold.
Yeah, cool.
while this is happening, Luft has the book, and she looks a bit bashful. She's got like a slight shade of blue, and she's going up to Solomon 5, and she's going, "Good morning."
And I'm addressing Solix because Solix is talking to me. I take it.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Well, so is Luft. Yeah, because when he talks, that's Luft talking.
Yeah,
But he doesn't.
But I don't know that. I'm just talking to the construct.
Yeah. So Solix notices this. Yeah, Solix notices this and goes, and like drifts over her head.
Just follows him, no response.
Luft sides. She's like, he probably can't understand, but she points to Solix and then points to her, like to her mouth.
Ah, I see.
And then Solix.
The construct is your master. You are the construct?
You see, look.
She can't talk,
Yeah.
so I talk because she can't.
Why didn't you say that?
Because she can't talk.
Luft goes. Yeah.
Indeed.
And she says, I got very excited yesterday because I like studying this sort of stuff. I'm sorry if I made you feel uncomfortable. And you can see Trey up the back going.
Yes.
Yeah, he's just like nodding nicely.
You misunderstand. Your eagerness to inspect my form was not a fault. If anything, it is a blessing. Knowledge is one of the most bountiful sources of life in this world. As such, it should be cherished.
So I can study you?
In fact, if you are, as you say, skilled as an artificer, I could very much use your assistance. This form, while effective, could be improved.
Darren will make his way down at this point.
Yeah.
And while I can put into effect several of the far more physical components, some of the intricacies of magic are beyond me. I would greatly appreciate your... Stops to think for a minute, realizing he's addressing a 12-year-old. Your counsel.
Okay. Oh, she looks really excited. She goes from looking like kind of sad to just really excited. She's like, oh my god. Okay, so I was thinking that for your first one, well, you clearly have. See, I was looking the other night, and I got a lot closer. You know when I did the handshake thing? So I've noticed you've got like a chain.
Indeed.
In your arm. Yeah. So we could probably imbue that. We could start with that.
I'm sure we will be able to find something for you to work on.
Okay, alright. See, maybe Trey was right, but also, like, she didn't say it was bad, that I was excited.
I think that was implied.
Well, but Rhea would think this is cool.
Yes, but Rhea also talked a lot about restraint.
Yeah, but, like,
Who's Rhea?
my mentor. But we don't have to now, because he said we can.
Yes. Look, as much as I'm supposed to be your voice, I'm also your voice of reason.
What? That's Trey now. You don't have to do that.
So it's just us hovering away.
Anyway, I set up a big spit roast, a big pile of charcoal underneath it right outside the tavern and start cooking a big roast.
I just go from like gushing about how cute Luft is to turning around to this big roast that's being made. Just...
Darren's downstairs.
Yeah,
Darren. Good morning, Darren.
Yeah, Darren, you've had
Hello there, Neovar.
So let's just cover it up.
all you see is Luft
Good
The
morning.
roast isn't ready just yet. I'll have
She's
to
just
ask
like-
you to wait for about an hour and 10 minutes.
specifically.
This would have been like much better if you just been like, here's what I prepared.
Attention. There's a roast going on. Please. There's a roast.
Is it ready now?
No.
Well, then okay.
But I...
All right.
Hold on a minute.
Anyway.
Tarina is out here. Roast.
Some sort of snitch?
Roast.
Jobbing on me for making a roast?
What? I'm not.
Roast.
I started panicking. Like,
What's so important about this roast that I must have my full attention onto it 24 hours of the day? The Ivara.
because
Roast.
there's a roast.
Left or right?
Okay, so and I
just pout and like I don't know, get a drink or something.
Pretty sure they only said Tywin Spain's this early in the morning.
Oh, you got two of them before, didn't you?
Yeah.
Where did they go? They never addressed that.
Yeah, so I already took the money off from it, so I hand one to you, Sullivan.
I want Tywin's Bane too.
Yeah.
I would just, at that point, I'll just stare down at you, Niavar, and pass it over, because like I said, I can drink it if you want me to.
And forget that. I'll take the drink that it's offering.
Okay, sure. Both of you con saves.
That is
Got a job today, so hopefully.
that is an unnatural 20.
No, I'm actually you're fine.
Oh, 16, 17.
Yeah.
No, 15.
Good
But
dice.
still fine.
Darren?
You're getting better at this.
You're free. Yeah.
Going down smoother today.
Do you have any other drinks that aren't Tywin?
Other drinks?
How dare you?
What the fuck?
Good morning, Darren. The audacity.
Two silver for let's just hang it about.
This is just Tywin's Bane of lovely bar.
The audacity of Darren this morning. My
It's-
God.
Morning?
Yes. Yes, I believe so. We do have that mission today. Do you have a preferred position you like to be? We tried to discuss where we would position ourselves, but
I'll stride up to Darren and just clamp a hand on his shoulder. You will be with me, brother. You stand as the first line of defense. The steel walls.
I like how you just adopted him as your baby brother. You're coming with me.
You are coming with me!
I love this guy. He's so cool.
As the child said, ironically.
I love this guy. He's so cool.
Yeah, he is pretty cool.
Indeed.
He keeps getting yeah, but he keeps getting mad at me.
I'll be with him.
Okay.
I point up.
That's good. I'll be sticking with you because I'm not good far
I would
away.
say you have maybe like 2.5 hours before this thing is supposed to kick off.
Well, hey, that roast is going to
So
be
it's
done by
the
then.
only-
And then maybe Trey will be like, oh,
Then maybe Trey will care, but right now it's not ready. It's
peaceful
just like
sort of
no.
thing.
Yes, it's a peaceful.
Nine
Who cares,
and nine
right?
council
No
members, are they
roast,
talking
no.
with anyone else or just
Yes.
between themselves?
No, another council.
Okay.
Yes, and that's why tensions are high. Like assassination might happen.
And this is in so that council's like local area.
Yes.
Okay, so
Yes.
yeah,
You
they
are
come,
in-
they come to us.
So
Just
okay,
checking.
so essentially, I am sorry, I'm giving you enough.
Doesn't matter. I'll
You
make
are
it up
on. You are in the capital city of a floating continent known as Erin. Yes. So remember how I was talking about like one of those shards hitting?
Yeah.
Yeah. So one of the shards is located here. This is one of the and that's what's flying. Yes.
Easy. Okay.
So yes, your roast.
My
we
roast.
get done a bit.
Yes.
Anything else you want to do?
Trey is going to just pull out her sword and just inspect her handle a little bit. Sitting with Chicken and just speaking in Draconic to herself.
Who's saying?
Tywin,
Yeah.
where will this meeting, is it a meeting?
Yeah, of sorts, yeah.
Where is it going to be held?
I'll tell you the exact location that I was given. And that is...
Drumroll, please.
Well, yeah. So that is basically a neutral, like kind of like So you know, like how parks have those like little buildings where they host like banquets and stuff like that. One of those areas because they don't want to add like the headquarters of one of the councils or the other council. They want to meet in like a neutral area. So yeah, like So in like a kind of like a big like
An amphitheater or
kind of
more
like
of
you know like how they host like banquets and like barbecues.
Yeah,
like, one
yeah,
of those
yeah,
areas at
yeah.
like a big park.
yeah.
Like a
Like a bit of a promenade sort of
Yeah, like a
situation. Yeah, okay.
Now, a little bit of housekeeping beforehand. I would prefer we show up at least an hour early so I have time to scout the location and figure out the best vantage points. So,
I'd like to call in from outside. Tywin, you're not going anywhere until you've had your breakfast.
how long is it till the breakfast, Tarina?
How long is it until the breakfast, DM?
We will say unless you guys have anything else you'd like to tackle. I think you were saying something.
Yeah, because Luke just runs after Solix. and she's signing to him. And she's like, no, I say things without thinking about how they come out first. I just meant that, I don't want you to feel like you have to do that anymore, because I did make you smart, so I want you to still be able to do things and not feel like you have to, Because you have Raya, but you're not Raya, so it's not your, I still want to look after you and you want to look after me, but I mean as in, I want you to be able to, it's still, you can still do things, is what I mean.
Okay.
What do you mean? There's not, well, you know that I made you to be my closest companion, that's the case.
I know. It just doesn't feel like that.
What do you, why? Wait, what do you mean?
I don't know. You're so obsessed with that Solomon record. And, Trey's your voice of reason now. So, I guess, I'm just made to talk for you. And even Trey understands you through sign language, so I guess you don't need me at all.
Yeah, but no one else gets me like you do.
Well, apparently Trey does.
That's not what I said.
I don't understand sign language.
That was good.
I don't understand sign language.
I don't understand sign
Comedic timing on that one.
Listen, it's not like that because I still have. Well, and she pulls out the big blueprint that she had for Solix to have an exoskeleton, basically. And she was like, you know that this is the one that I've been working on the most, right? I wouldn't do that if I thought that, you weren't at the top of my list. That's not it at all. Because you're the only one who's really ever sort of, been there outside of Rayo. I'm just excited because I can finally have something to start tinkering with so I can give you something. But it's not like that. And she goes and she gives Solix a hug.
That's right. Sounds good.
Yeah, okay. And then she
You weren't
pats him.
expecting your sword?
Yeah, just
Anything in particular, just looking at it?
just
Just
general
vibing?
looking, vibing, talking to Chicken and Draconic, the
Can
usual.
I can see the sword.
Yeah.
Ah,
The thing made a
the
shudder noise.
craftsmanship on that item is
What's that?
impressive.
Showman's? Is that all good?
Look, it's touch and go. I think we should take a break just to
Okay.
give it some time anyway.
Yeah, sure.
So yeah,
Back
we'll
momentarily for the last third of our...
we'll see you soon.
See you soon. Welcome back. So after a complete rejig of our entire setup,
everything is completely different. So
you may notice that here's one we prepared earlier.
You may notice some people covered up. You got the back of my head, and everything's completely different. But this will be the setup for the rest of the stream. So please bear with us.
People's heads, actually.
Yeah, exactly. We don't need faces. It's all
No, you just need our soothing voices.
good. Yeah.
Yes. So
And screaming.
we are
Let me put my
1.5
chair down.
podcasts now.
Yes.
1.5
We're
podcasts.
dipping into podcast territory again. I like this.
Okay, so without further ado, let's jump back in. Next up, Tarina, your roast.
My roast?
You had a roast going.
How many people have been attracted by the delicious smell of the roast?
I assume just the party.
No.
Leonora told me I had to
It can't
come
be
here
that
for a
good then.
roast.
It surely is the most divine roast.
I mean, is it? Roll a
Roast check.
Roast check.
wisdom check.
A wisdom check. No, not one of those.
This is.
That's a 15.
Okay, it's a pretty good roast.
Yeah, I thought so.
It arrests the party's attention. We'll say.
Leonora told me I had to be here for a roast.
Well, yes.
Why?
Because, Trey, if you don't eat your breakfast, you won't be able to keep your strength up.
I already ate with chicken.
What about second breakfast?
I don't need second.
What about second breakfast?
I think that everybody needs to eat their second breakfast. Or
I
first
love-
breakfast, it depends.
I pull out a plate and go, Tarina, roast me.
Roast you.
Roast me. Now.
Now, what I love is that Hamish's voice just went just a little bit Scottish after when we did her thing.
Yeah. What about second breakfast?
What about second
It
breakfast?
is so good.
I'd like to cut off a large slice of the roast and provide it for Neovira.
Yeah.
Thank you. And I just start
You're
tearing
welcome.
it apart.
Is it mushroom based? Like is it?
No.
I start tearing tiny pieces and eating them.
Alright, well, I'm not gonna say no to meat.
Alright, I cut off a bit for Tywin. Tywin.
I
Would
bite
anyone
into
else
it.
like some roast?
Is it good or bad?
Alright then.
Okay.
I cut it, yep.
Yeah.
I serve up roast to whoever
like,
needs
it's not
it.
like God tier chef thing, but like for what you expected, it's really good.
What sort of meat?
I will cut off a quarter
It's beef.
It's just roast. It's just roast.
It's
just
just
roast.
roast.
What meat is it? Roast.
What meat is it? Roast.
It's really well seasoned. I put 10 gold worth of herbs on it.
That's a lot of herbs.
That's
10
some,
gold
That's
worth
some
of herbs.
Well,
expensive
5 gold
items
worth
right
of
there.
herbs. The other 5 gold went
Shit
to
tons.
charcoal. So it's authentically flame grilled. Lots of herbs. So it's good.
So I'm gonna quarter a piece of my own piece and then give it to Calliope. I will feed your familiar to my familiar.
Assert dominance.
Well,
This
that's
is how
just
roast
fantastic.
Is
That's
this
just
familiar?
fantastic.
Now, Big Sally V, do you partake in the roast?
I do not need food nor water to sustain myself.
Well, it's sort of like a familial bonding type thing.
I don't think he has any form of digestion, is what he's trying to say.
I saw him knocking back alcohol last night.
Yeah, but he doesn't. That's different. When it's liquid, it's not. But whereas that would just like sit.
It is merely.
Well, surely he's got
stored
like some moving parts inside that'll churn it up or whatnot.
I don't know because I haven't looked yet.
Damn,
Well,
kind of cross-cut.
In the interests of science, how about we feed him something and see what happens?
Would you mind?
Big Sally V, would you be interested in participating in a scientific experiment?
You would like me to eat.
For science.
Yes.
It's gonna coat all the stuff on the inside.
As
It's
you
gonna
wish.
be gross.
It's real greasy, it'll make him work faster.
No, that's not. It's
I will
herbs.
are you offering a chunk of it?
Yes.
I will just take it and he places it in his mouth and you hear this sort of like a low grind and then whir and then just and it's gone. Nothing. He doesn't appear to have swallowed, but it's either still in his mouth or somewhere inside of it.
Yes.
We don't know.
Looked at just like.
That's so.
Well, that looks like a success to me. Would anyone else like some roast?
Be so hard.
It's
to
surprisingly
clean.
good.
Fear not. While I do not have a digestive system, as you call it, this acts as an intermediary storage.
Oh, so you have a compartment for this?
So that means we can save the leftovers for lunch inside you?
No.
In effect, yes, though it takes me some time to retrieve such items.
This is great.
Look,
Wait. Many follow-up questions on that. Do you shit them out?
No, we're just gonna leave it.
That's it. That's where the question.
Do you want to be there for that?
Come back next episode where we ask the biggest questions
Do you
of
want to be
life.
there for that, Luft?
For what?
And no one else has smelt my
Like,
delicious roast.
Well, I
there.
don't think he can.
No one else has smelt my
I mean,
delicious
someone's
roast.
gonna have to
It's
clear
not-
out that
it's not so much
compartment,
that,
so
like,
I guess
if
I'll
they don't
do
know
it.
you-
I assure you, child, this is not.
No one.
Okay, alright, that's fine.
Look, the spell
See,
description specifically
it's
says
interesting
that
you
everyone
have that.
comes and tries my roast.
Does it actually?
Yes.
See, that's
Oh, your
wild
spell is-
that you have that because I was planning in my
While you may
blueprint.
think that's how your spell works, that is not how the spell works.
Oh no.
Like, no, I was
That's a
like,
shame.
I was like, wait, the spell doesn't mention the roast at all, but then I was like, oh, it's your spell description, not the actual spell description. No. That's how you think the spell works.
So no one else comes for my roast.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, bud.
No
Trey's
bonuses.
sitting in the corner with the bag of grain, just feeding it to herself and chicken, just avoiding the whole situation. It's just like, there's no roast.
There is no roast.
You can tell today's going to be a good day because we have good roast and it's eating. This is going to be a winner.
There's leftover roast.
There's leftovers.
You can retrieve it at some point.
Perhaps we should bribe the council with leftovers. It's easy.
You want me to eat the rest of the roast?
No!
Look, if no one else is going for the roast.
Luft knowing this is dude, you as well.
Unless there happens to be a familiar nearby who's interested, I would feed the rest to.
Disappears.
It's up to you to describe what happens to the spell.
Is it?
Yes, you're casting a fine familiar spell. I don't know what your familiar looks like. You need to describe it.
I needed to describe it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Tadpole described Calliope, so I would like you to describe your familiar.
Sure. In that case, I'm just about to retrieve the leftover roast and feed it all to Big Solly V. And when a small, tottering humanoid type thing comes up and requests a sample. Well, hello there, little one. Would you like to sample some of my delicious roast? I'd like to cut off a section and feed it to this small friend.
Can you describe its appearance?
This small humanoid is about a foot high and appears to be made up exclusively of fungus and other sort of moldy type things.
Does the rest of the party see this?
Yes.
You've just been approached by a strange
Mushroom.
creature.
The
Fungus.
roast that was handed to it, it sort of just holds in its hands and it just like engulfs it with like mold. And the mold retracts and the roast is gone.
Luft is just staring. Like, she's just going, oh.
As Solomon takes notice, he starts to reach for his
Yeah, I
hammer.
slowly load a bolt into my
Neovara
crossbow.
just stares in
Do I-
disgust, like, what the
Do I know
fuck is
what
that?
this is?
Yeah,
No?
would she
Cool.
know?
Yeah, Trey would also be grabbing for the sword then, like, ah.
Luft is like torn between
With no
grabbing for
response
like
from
3
you
different
other than
people,
feeding it the
stopping
roast,
them.
casting thaumaturges. Stand back! Booming,
I-
raises the warhammer to
Well,
smite
hang
the
on,
thing.
man, hang on. Before we get all violent, he's just a little chap who wants to feed on some of this delicious roast.
Luft standing in
It
front
is
of
an
you, she's like-
abomination.
It is the right of all living things
you
to enjoy
summon it
my
here?
delicious roast.
It's abomination, that's what it is.
Luft is standing next to Solomon, she's like,
My roast brings the mushroom people to the yard.
Huh.
Is that
And
what
it's
the-
better than yours.
Is that what the creature says?
Did you summon this being here?
Imagine after going.
Well, presumably,
Just start talking
I
English.
guess it must have smelt the roast from wherever it was hiding.
Does it serve you?
I don't know. Do you?
Trina, this thing is disgusting, get rid of it.
I think it's alright.
No!
Oh, that's a nod. Okay. The Trey starts to put back her sword.
yeah.
Would you like some more roast, little one? Alright then. I'd like to get some more roast.
I'm just gonna close my eyes and not look at it.
You are lucky I don't know any fire cantrips.
Would fucking
Take
die.
What?
Luft looks
What?
like
Are you even a forge cleric?
Luft looks caught between like disgust and kind of intrigue, and she looks at Solix. And she's like, do you know what that is? Not it, right? No. Oh god. That's really gross. She's just sort of like staring into space now, trying to think of what she's just seen.
Trey will walk over and just kind of kneel down to be honest. Silver just goes, "What are you?" Huh. Okay.
Tarina, do you speak?
Do you know Tarina well, or is this just your first time meeting, or like do you just like roasts? Or... Chicken? Did you take that down, Chicken? Yeah. Okay. We're gonna have to go back to the library, and we're gonna have to talk to Kanos, and we're gonna just have to work it out. Okay.
Well, not today, right?
Well, not today. We've got a mission to do today, but
just
like
making sure our
it's a
priorities
mental
are
note.
straight.
It's a mental note.
Okay.
It's okay.
It was
We're
also
going.
a verbal note, which is why I heard it and responded to
Yes,
it.
that's fine.
Right.
It's okay.
I want to go now, is what I'm saying.
Okay, we're off, everybody.
I'd like to feed the remainder of the roast to Big Solly V.
Can I open my eyes? Is it done being gross?
I'll stand in front of
What's that?
Niavara's
You said
view of
No, the bits that I fed to it,
Yes,
it absorbs.
Niavara, you
Okay.
can open
There's
your
still
eyes,
leftovers for
but
you.
only
I'll
look
take
at
the whole
me.
thing and it's like
Yes,
in
but
an
that's a lot
ungainly
better
fashion.
than
You
the
see like
creature.
part of his jaw unhinged. It's not even a jaw. It's just like part of
Luft like
just
snaps
opens
out of it and goes, no!
Jams it down and like crunching it into his own gullet.
I'm just gonna look at this in a
Closes with a crunch.
It's like sword swallowing. You like take the spit.
It's basically.
I'm looking in shock. Niavara's
What
just
is
shocked.
going on today?
Niavara recloses her eyes like, well, I don't know on this
Chicken, Calliope, the Myconid Sprout, Solix. So many familiars you can track of.
For real.
Goddamn.
Wait a
Oh my
minute.
god.
Do you have the bone?
I don't know what you cooked with it, but I will take whatever he says, but it's in it.
Okay, because I was gonna take the bone as a weapon, but
Oh,
No, there was
so
no bone.
cute.
It was like a spit roast.
Okay, so are you guys heading off to
Just
the
go bonk.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think I'm gonna get you like an insect
If you
repellent
seek a
arm or
weapon,
something. Like
I'll
this
have a
is.
small hammer from my forge.
This is.
Wait,
Then I will take care of
Sorry.
my
Yeah, no, that's fine.
I am trying to switch between these
No,
familiars.
no, it's fine. That thing is. Oh my god.
It weighs in.
Oh my god.
I think he
Luft
wants to
grabs
introduce
Solix.
himself.
Not today.
He can
this
introduce
first.
himself on the way to where we need to be.
Can we discern the time now? Like,
It's almost like you guys need to get going.
I think
So
he
they're
wants.
like,
That's what
I think
I'm
he wants
saying.
everyone
it's
to.
time to progress.
I think he wants everyone to gather round, nice and
We have-
close.
No,
What?
Tarina.
Later. All right then.
Okay, but right now we gotta go.
In the
okay?
meantime, little one, would you like to hold my book?
When did Tarina have a book?
I think he's gonna eat it.
I'm gonna just put the book on top of it.
Sorry, sound.
I imagine it makes like squeaky noises as it walks.
Okay, so you guys head out to find the.
Alright, I'm gonna head out.
You guys head out to find the place where the meeting is going to take place, and as such you do. So the map is on the table. Feel free to inspect. I've already told you guys some of the features of the map.
Yes.
It's pretty much as it looks. Sorry.
So they're meeting
I suppose.
In the rotunda.
in the rotunda. So wait, so
It's an open plan, like
It's an
four
open
posts
plan.
with like trusses on the roof for top.
yeah. So there's no walls per se.
Yeah.
As soon as
They want it to be like in a public area so that no one's on like a fair frontage.
Is that
And
a
if something
little-
happens, that it happens in the public.
Is that a little weird?
But it's like a
Yes,
it's
a
like a
river that
government.
leads to a lake.
Yeah, it's
and
a
then the
government
brown
reserve
line is the square is fences, and on the where that
And
couple
where
guys is the
Niavara is
Yeah.
the entrance.
Yeah,
Are there any other
as soon as we
protection
reach the
detail
entrance, Niavara just goes, "Hi, my position."
yes,
Hi.
a few, but not many. You guys were hired mainly for this. Like you see, like one probably guard just like
Okay, yeah.
kind of like keeping that.
So I as we arrive, I look around and I go, all right. I think I can work with this. There's a rooftop here.
Can I take Tywin and because I assume he's the leader because that's the one I've been introduced to.
Yes.
And both of us go and introduce ourselves to the council, to both of the delegations.
Sure. Yeah.
At which point I suppose I'll defer to you because I'm still being hired, but you're the one I've been Done. So,
Alright. I approach them and I stand in front of them with my arms crossed.
I would just stand behind him, shield, stand there quite peacefully.
You are greeted by what looks like he's a elven man, very like distinguished features, sharp ears that come to a point, kind of a not completely like grey, but like a greying goatee comes to a point, and just a beaming smile with just kind of like these glistening brown eyes. You know him as Theodore.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say, so he looks very bureaucratic, or like.
Solomon. Nice to meet you.
It is my pleasure. You must be Theodore.
Yes. That is me. You can see, especially with your passive perception of 15, that while he gives the outward appearance of like joy and happy, you can see that there's a lot waiting around in his head, and he's got a lot to think about.
I like.
This is
sort
my
of. I
companion.
sort of like give him a bit of a. Not actively, but I give him a bit of a look of empathy.
Okay.
And then...
This is my companion, Tywin Shoreshot.
I'm Tywin Shoreshot. This is my companion, Solomon 5.
Yes, you're the security detail that was hired along with Solomon.
We also have our party members that are just back there.
Okay, I trust you guys know what you're doing, and
we're quite experienced in security at this point. So, do you have any particular requests of us, or do you just want us to keep a low profile and let you do your thing?
Well, unless things go haywire, your presence reassures us more. Right?
So I just want to clarify that while this whole interaction is happening, just so I can give the DM clarification as to what I'm doing, I am sketching out or making a map of everything that I can see.
Sure.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
So, if you don't mind me asking, who exactly is coming to meet with you?
One second. Just get this.
And I'm probably gonna.
In the meantime, are you mapping this out to gain some sort of mechanical advantage about your surroundings?
Yes,
okay,
mainly
roll
to
an
give.
intelligence check.
Yeah, sure.
Do I know that Luft is doing that?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna help her by viewing through Sox's eyes. I'm just sending her
and
up.
go and see all the stuff.
Okay.
Yep. So
Roll an
intelligence check.
intelligence check with advantage.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's a non-natural 20. Yeah, unnatural 20.
Unnatural
Okay.
20.
Yeah, so you can get a fairly good map.
Yeah.
So what will happen is if things if things do go sideways, you guys all have advantage on initiative.
Cool.
So that you're less likely to be surprised.
Oh, cool.
Also, can I mark points on the map of places we can go, places that are optimal for us trapping people, places that are optimal for us
Yeah, so that's all represented by your ability to be quicker to the punch if something goes wrong. So that's why you have advantage on initiative, all based on that map.
Sick. Okay.
Yes. So well, we've been at conflict with Zorana for quite a while, and you know that. So basically, Zorana's a continent now with a massive hole in it from where Erin basically lifted off.
Yeah.
Because so there's been a kind of a contesting this is our territory. We obviously deserve it. Why do you get to be your own continent? You're clearly a part of us. That sort of thing.
Yeah.
So they've been at war for quite some time, and it's been quite a heated battle.
So is it like an America breaking up from Britain thing where America wants to be their own thing? Is it that sort of thing where this
kind of in a sense, but yeah, it's
has it been sort of successfully politically separated? The city we're on right now,
There's a whole separate ruling.
that does actually have its own ruling.
Yeah, so Theodore is the leader of the council of Erin, the continent you're on.
But he doesn't have to report to anyone down.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. There is the other continent the delegation is coming over to talk here. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So this is supposed to be neutral ground.
Neutral ground in the sense that it's not like Theodore's house where he might have secret trap doors installed and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a government estate, but it's not
It's sanctioned for.
I'm assuming the people who are coming to visit will be okay with the fact that you have basic security.
Of course. We expect them to have their own. The main reason we hired people that were less, not guards of my personal guards, is to sort of keep that lower profile, of course. If we had ironclad guards that were directly associated with me, that would raise more suspicion as to the.
I understand. All right. Sorry, I don't normally ask so many questions, but this is kind of out of my element.
May I check with you? Do you have any specific concerns for this meeting?
Well, we hire you because we do have concerns. The opposition might bring some sort of element of surprise on their own. The point of this meeting, as well as protecting us, is also to protect them, because we could both be targets. We don't want something to happen to them and us get pinned for it, and vice versa. So yes, your main concern is to protect myself and the other individuals here, but also to make sure that they are also come to no harm, because that will just drive the war to further violence, and I think violence we want to minimize.
Understood. One last question. How you doing lately? You feeling alright?
Roll a charisma
This is a
check.
personal connection right here. We're gonna make the personal connection right now.
They're becoming friends.
How are you doing? Are you
You good, bro? How's it going?
Everyone asks, what's Theodore doing? No one asks, how's
Theodore doing?
13.
13? Okay.
All around him are familiar faces.
Well, the thing is, he's
worn
missing.
out places.
The thing is, his daughter's gone. That's the thing that Tywin connects to most.
Yeah, Tywin understands that.
Especially considering events that have happened in the past. Yes.
Exactly.
I
Yeah.
understand. Okay, so 13. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. As you may well know, my kin has been missing for quite some time.
Kin?
Daughter, kin.
Not kin.
Would it not be kin? Is that not? No.
Kin's your brother. Or like your
Next of
relation.
kin.
Not your... Because your next of kin is your
Okay, well, I'm missing the
sibling.
word then.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. In this case, I'll just retcon all of that with the word daughter instead.
Sorry, I just noticed.
I was
like,
trying to be fancy, but
No, it's fine. Because, like, you can... my offspring.
The man's grieving. Don't correct his grammar.
Please, you're not even there. Look.
With an intelligence that I'm... It's not king technically.
She's just drawing up her map. She's like, it's not king.
Okay.
But yes, he answers. Sorry.
As you may have well heard, my daughter has been missing for quite some time.
Sorry.
Both my wife are quite distressed. One of the other reason we've hired you specifically to keep an eye over this meeting is because most of my personal forces are either actively investigating or working to investigate the absence of my daughter.
Well, just so you know, I'm kind of proficient in tracking people down. So if you need any help in the future, don't be afraid to give me a call.
Indeed. We offer our condolences, and if you would have them, our service.
Alright, can I stand on your back so I can get on the roof?
I will assist you.
Great,
At
thank
which point
you.
I'd like to just, put you like step in his hand and just go like,
Make
that,
us
basically.
Yeah, make it. This should.
That's a 4.
Oh no!
Did he roll nat 1?
I rolled a 2.
It's not so much that Solomon can't lift you up, but like after a certain point, his joints don't go past that point.
He's not flexible.
Yeah.
He's good at swinging stuff.
His joints are gummed up with roast.
Oh, see, this is what happens when we eat,
There's a
okay?
full system in there.
Look looks up and just goes, Rose.
Yeah, she's like,
Oh.
If it allays your...
It's not roast.
If it allays your work.
Alright, not quite high enough there,
Trey
Solomon.
will Trey notice that?
Yeah.
Yes, you will not
Trey
miss,
will walk
you will
over
not
and be
miss
like,
the 6'4" man on top of the 7 tall robot.
Do you need assistance with that?
If you would be so kind.
Yeah, you ready, Tywin? Let's go. And Trey will help push him up.
Yeah.
Also, if
with the help of both of you guys.
Yeah.
Without that issue.
if Lily looks up and over and notices your arm doesn't bend that way, she's like, and she comes forward. She's got her not Smith's, her Tinker's tools.
It locks it about there, so it's good for striking, not good for that full extension.
Can I find a way to Can I like find out where his
Arcana
arm
check.
joints lock? Yeah. Okay.
I think the Arcana is associated with.
Oh, that is not a good
weapons on the
Arcana.
robot. That's good advantage.
It's a nat one.
Not sure.
I'm not sure.
I unfurl the rope and I drop it down and I go, Luft, you were going to climb up here as well, right?
Yeah.
Alright, climb up the rope.
While they're doing that,
Okay.
can I just get back with your blessing,
I can help. It's
myself
okay,
and my
Danny.
brother
Work
would
for
stand
it.
at your side during the meeting.
Thank you.
I will be there too. Hello.
No, you're there.
I will be there as well.
Along with our
Yes.
companions,
Hi there.
others will be stationed around.
Yeah. I'm gonna. You've got a lot of weird joints going on there. I'm gonna have to look at that. That's not very.
Okay, keep
Another
climbing.
time, child.
Keep climbing. Let's
You have work to do.
Up you get.
Okay.
So Tywin,
So-
hold on, just before we do that. So Tywin, by the way,
Yeah.
this is the whole area.
Oh my goodness.
So this is all of our different escape points. So if you want to get the minister out, it's best to get him from here. And she points off to the back of the house. She's like, "Cause from the looks of it, there might be an underground door there or something. So if he gets stuck in there, we can find a way to go through there and get him out. I don't know. Point is, we see the whole thing from here, so you can use that.
Very good, Luft. I'm impressed by your preparedness. I really appreciate it. I've done this job very solo for a long time. I don't like that smile. I've done this job solo for a long time, but this could have really helped in some of the missions I did in the past. So
That's a
thank
really
you.
good point. I should have asked about
What?
some
I
things.
mean,
What we
I
if
do.
it goes wrong.
I do cartography, so I mean, if you ever need anything else, I'm.
You're a girl of many talents.
Yes, I am.
Sonic's just floating there like, oh my god.
Stop boosting this ego, please.
Okay.
Yeah, so Tywin and Luft are on that roof, right?
Yes.
And the rest of you are like standing guard.
Yeah. Can I get you to just place a dice, or in case, or in this case, a minifigure
I'll put
where
yours
you guys
next to
are.
mine.
So you have the other
If you're on the
either end
roof,
of the table.
go put it where Luft's
Yeah.
mini is, and if you're inside where the delegation is,
Play
you
on
put it on the
this
other
side?
side. Yes.
Yeah. If you're in, then it goes over here. But you're
So you need to
you're
be
on
on
top with me.
Do I?
No, so if you're on top, put it on where Luft's dice.
And
is.
you want inside over here?
If you're inside, put it on the opposite side of the line.
Yeah. So
Oh, here. Okay.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I see.
So you're inside.
Inside. Yes.
So that
Just
means
on
you're
the-
here.
This is hard to see. Thank you.
So,
And
It's
there's
excellent.
going.
So,
I'm actually
on
going to
top,
cast invisibility
inside.
on Calliope
On Friday, okay.
and just get her to patrol like the outer area
Sure.
and tell her to like if she sees anything suspicious, let me
Yes.
know. I'm going
Is
to
she on
be
the outside of the wall or on the inside of the wall?
inside.
If on the inside of the wall,
Oh, isn't she on the top? She'll fly.
Yeah, she could.
how far
I
out is
guess,
she flying as well?
How tall is the wall?
40 foot.
40 foot.
Would she be able to see people coming to the?
Yeah, she'll actually fly just on the wall.
Yeah.
She can order the
If she
patrol.
sees someone who looks particularly dangerous, would she be able to let Nirvara know to not let her in?
She can let me know and then I can let you.
Okay.
And I will be like patrolling just around the house area.
Yes, cool. And then whose is the D12?
You
that
can't
do?
sign.
Metal
Sorry,
D12's
you
mine.
don't
Where are you
understand
taking
sign
yourself?
language.
I'll be with Big Solly V, like I said.
Yeah. Okay.
On the
Oh,
inside
so
of
there's
everyone.
4 of us.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna make
Wow.
Solix like go anywhere or do anything because I'm only with Tywin. He can't
Yeah, but
understand
his stat
sign
block is
language.
listed on your sheet under extras.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So. Okay, did anyone have any last minute prep they wanted to do before we take this meeting on? Cool. Okay. So, yes.
Just so you know, I don't want to be visible on the roof.
Okay, in which case, can I get you and I assume Luft as well to roll stealth checks?
Yeah.
Has the whole delegation entered yet?
Yes.
Or are we waiting for them?
Are we both doing it at an
No,
advantage?
wait,
I do it at
what armor are you wearing?
Oh, you do it
Armor
at
are you
disadvantage. Light armor, I do.
I wear
believe.
chainmail, so I have to do disadvantage.
Wait, where do I? Because I'm pretty sure I put
It
it.
is at disadvantage, so you
Oh,
Oh, it's
so-
a disadvantage.
Yes, because you're wearing medium armor that doesn't pose a disadvantage.
Oh shit.
Unless you take medium armor master.
Or Mithril?
Unnatural 20.
Holy crap!
I got a +7 stealth, even though.
Wow!
It's a 3.
That's that's
Those ranger buffs are good, aren't they?
Yeah, that helped.
from an unnatural
Um,
22.
That's a 3.
Yes, okay, cool. Cool.
So I'm hidden, but Luft
Yes.
isn't. That's fine.
That's fine.
But that makes sense. Luft hasn't
A child
done this
being on the roof.
before.
Oh yeah, kid being on the roof wouldn't look too weird.
Yeah, exactly. A
Yeah.
man with a crossbow
On
watching
the roof,
everyone.
yeah. Whereas if
Okay,
she's just
so-
sitting there, it's like,
Without further
She's gonna
ado,
go.
oh yeah. Well,
a
she's
group
got-
of
she hasn't got
7
that.
individuals at about midday start walking through where Niavara's dice is placed. Those 7 individuals walk through. Do you want to do anything?
Would they be like officials or anything?
Yes, they
I
look.
would just be greeting them formally, like bowing, like
Yes.
yes.
Sure. Okay.
It's go time, Luft.
So
And
those, so those
she's
7,
played
so those
that
7
background
members walk in. They make they make their introductions with the 9 members of the other council and take a seat. And yeah, conversations begin. You guys hear bits and pieces of it. This war has gone on long enough. But this territory clearly belongs to us. It was once part of our continent. Stuff like that. Just general like, oh, we want the land. No, we want the land. Stuff like that.
Like giving
Stop
reasons
being
why it
dumb
would be
and giving-
benefit them. Yeah.
Just co-parent the land.
Oh,
My God.
just as they're sitting around, can I just sort of judge each one to see if any is either more nervous or more suspicious than the other for each of the
Just make a
introductions?
general insight check. And that'll reflect your
I got a.
awesome
I think it's a 20.
20.
Unnatural.
Damn, dude. Rolling.
No, it's not even close. It's like a 17.
Still pretty good. Still pretty good. They're all pretty anxious. Some of them you can tell have a personal stake in this happening because they've lost people to the war.
It's definitely. Sorry, it is 20. Yes.
It is 20?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you can tell that, yes, they're all really anxious to have this war over, but they're also really adamant that they want what's theirs, rightly.
Yeah.
You can tell that some of them have a personal stake in the war, as they've lost people, because they've lost people to it. Some of them, especially Theodore, you can tell is constantly distracted. Occasionally, what you can tell to be his wife comes around, checks in on them, comes along with just like a kind of like a procession of I don't know, employees, servants, whatever you want to call them, bringing like food and drinks, comes in, chef on Theodore, just that sort of thing, and then they all leave together. So yeah, that's what happens for the first maybe hour or so. Can I get everyone to roll a perception check, please?
Only inside or
Everyone rolls.
Okay.
That's a natural 20.
Natural 20! 21! Let's go!
7.
Natural 20 with 25.
Oh shit!
13.
I shouldn't be at this table right now.
Oh, I got 13 as well.
Does Calliope roll it? Or-
Yes, roll for Calliope as well.
7.
Holy crap!
This bitch is one.
Man's just like, it's a lot of shit to steal in here.
It's just like people
need
just
this
walking
one
through and it's
and
like,
this
yep.
one.
That's a nice vase. It'd be a shame if somebody.
And like people walking in, Neva is like, no one is coming.
Yeah, no one's showing up, so she's just like,
Yeah, 18 for me, 17 for Calliope.
Oh wow, jeez.
just
We're all like,
Can I get everyone who rolled above a 23 to raise their hand?
what?
Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Okay, so
A 23.
I got 25.
no, but I rolled stealth checks for you for just as the group.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yes.
I'm pissed.
When you roll against there and actually win.
Stuart, you have the power.
Yes,
I'm
Stuart.
listening.
Yes. About an hour in, just behind what's that? What's over there? Like Taz?
Which
This
one?
one?
That live one? Yeah, that's
That
Taz.
is-
No,
Taz.
that's. I thought that was Calliope.
Like
No,
Calliope's
that's
there.
Calliope.
Yeah, no,
Oh.
yeah, Taz was
Just
just.
behind.
Basically, I'm circling.
Just behind that, but behind Clifford, you see just a shimmer, just a distortion just behind him.
Through the window?
It's not a window, it's just
Well,
like
it's
behind.
open.
It's
And
like
I can
a
tell.
brand.
I can
like
tell
a
it's not.
It's
It's
like
not
a brand.
natural either.
Huh?
Oh,
Yes.
yes, sorry, I forgot this is open. Yeah,
At which
sorry.
point, I would like to. Do I interrupt yet? No. At this point, can I go?
You'd probably walk. Would you walk
Just trying to
toward
think, hold
Callie or like?
At which point, I would immediately like to go alert, and I'll like just basically put a hand onto Theodore. Draw my warhammer. I will cast Thaumaturgy in preparation. Sorry.
What's wrong?
Oh,
Yeah,
in
in
preparation to yell, beware. I haven't said, I'm not screaming it yet, but I will in a minute if something worries.
Okay.
I sense something abounds, and I'd like to call out to you and say, what's that behind you? with thaumaturgy as loud as I can.
Yes. Okay. Can I get you to make another perception check? And you to make another perception.
Alright.
Would we hear
With
him?
advantage
hold
now
on,
that they
hold on.
know what they're looking for. Something?
Also,
You can roll with advantage, you see
if we heard that, would we turn around and look at where Callie is?
I got a
Sure.
17.
Okay.
But don't roll anything. But I'm only getting these 17
Yeah.
and what else? 12. I'll roll again because then we now spell them. Okay. Cool. Yeah. So you see that same shimmer, just kind of looming closer and closer.
At which point I will, using the thaumaturgy, I'll scream out, "Beware!" to everyone in the delegation and point out that way, and I will cast Guiding Bolt at whatever it is.
Okay.
Whoa.
Roll with
Jesus.
disadvantage because it is invisible.
Yes, as one does.
Okay, when I hear
That
that,
is it's a 20.
Yeah. That
With disadvantage!
Not the
I need to
flex.
get my D6 out. Hold on.
Holy crap!
A good entrance for it.
Okay, the moment that I hear that, I'll probably be like, I grab Tyron's shoulder and be like,
Yeah, just weapons out.
Neva is
It's good to
going
finally have someone competent in the party.
It
Yeah.
takes 17 radiant damage
17 radiant damage.
and is illuminated. A mystical dim light glitters on it, so the next attack roll has advantage.
And since you have disadvantage on the attack roll, this balances out flat.
That's good shit.
Cool.
Jesus.
The damage is get out of it and then also just exposed it.
I'm guessing we would have heard a boom from
17.
that.
It's a glow in the dark invisible something.
Yeah.
Wow!
Neva is gonna heal.
Oh.
This is just like.
Neva
Well,
is
Okay. With that, can I get everyone to roll initiative at advantage?
Wait, and there's something I want to add. I was gonna say Neva is gonna hear all this behind her, but she's not gonna turn around. She's gonna stay alert, just in case something comes forward.
Gang.
60.
Jeez, I thought you
That is an 8.
Hang on, that's not behind Khalif.
Yeah, when I hear the magic go up, or I can sense it, I'm like, that was.
Can someone
that
place-
was magic
can-
time when we gotta go.
Romy, can you move that green token back behind the turtle?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, just like next to the yellow
We're
token.
gonna be alright. though.
Yeah, next to the yellow token. Always next to the yellow token. Okay.
We'll see.
No.
Okay, we could make this a 7-minute combat.
Yeah.
This will most likely be a quick combat.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
alright.
Okay, so
Yeah, with rolls that solve these chucking out.
It's done with this invisible thing taking 500 damage.
Yeah.
can I get initiative from Tywin?
18.
Niavara,
8.
Calico,
16.
Trina.
Nat 20, 26.
Wow!
And you say you never roll nat 20s. Trey.
And 19.
Holy shit.
Oh, no, that's just a
Look.
console.
16.
Darren.
I need to get proper art done.
Solomon.
Nat 20, 21.
Wow!
Damn. Solomon's really coming through.
Bruh!
Boys, you wanted to carry, I mean...
My shoulders can only take so much.
Okay, so we start off the combat surprisingly with English.
Wow! Holy shit!
Tarina's
Do I see what
really...
Karina's
happens
like,
when I
hi.
go?
Yes, actually, I will describe what
My
you guys
name's
see before you start English.
Oh,
Okay,
please.
so you see just this. You see this kind of like blue, spiky skinned fish person
Oh, I was gonna say something.
with fangs. With these kind of like little fangs coming out. That's a nice trick. Let me repeat that one. and so you see 3 of them up here. The green tokens are represent these fish women, and they are all accompanied by just kind of these almost werewolf-like human men that accompany and each of these men is just wearing like kind of like a leash that the priestesses just hold with one hand.
Yeah.
Kind of kinky.
A little bit.
And it's a dog.
Neva will be like, so how
Anyway,
did you...
so with that,
Yeah.
Tarina, take us away.
Jeez.
So
Alright.
they're all visible now?
Yes. All of those squares in the grid are 5-foot squares, by the way.
Yeah.
Cool.
So,
Good to know.
Tarina.
Can I get to any of these people from inside? I don't know where the doors are.
It's open.
It's open.
It's like 4 posts with a roof on top.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, I can get out easy then.
Yeah.
Right
As
then.
long as you don't walk into a post, you're fine.
Well, I guess So, I suppose this is what we're protecting against. Toots, keep yourself safe. I'm gonna go slap a fool. And I do just that.
Go and slap a fool.
I'd like to move over to the closest green one.
You're the which one?
Yeah, that one.
And this one here?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd like to hex it and then
Hex pew?
Hex pew.
no, hex manicure.
Oh.
Fancy shit.
Yeah, fancy as. That is a 24 to hit.
That hits.
Holy
Jesus.
crap.
Popping off, dude. This is the highest you're ever going to roll for the rest of this campaign.
Forever.
Yeah.
Bless you.
We may never see you roll this good. I'm so glad we got this on live.
For some reason, I thought you said you'd never get
And that is almost max damage. I do 16 acid damage to it.
16.
Or no, 15 rather.
And
Who are you and what have you
15
done with
Hex as
Hamish?
well.
Yeah, so
It's
15
the
with.
tiara.
15 all up.
Yeah.
That's on the woman, right?
Hmm?
On the woman?
On the woman.
How much damage did you leave out?
I did it to the one behind that one. I did 17.
17, cool. I just thought you note that down. 17 there, 16, so 15 here. Okay, and anything else you'd like to do? You cast Primal Savagery? No, so you cast Hex.
Yeah, hex and primal savagery. So that's me done.
Yes, cool. Are they both? One's a cantrip, right?
Yeah.
Yes, okay, cool. Then, yeah, because of the. Yeah. Without further ado, Solomon 5.
Cool. So I'd like to bellow to the council members: make for the exit, Nirvara, prepare for them. And so I'd like to direct myself, Darren and Trey, to intercept these lot.
Yeah.
While actually, hold on. Yeah, or myself and Darren. No, yeah, myself and Trey to intercept those two.
Okay.
And then Darren can go and fight off that one behind Caliphil, along with Nirvara, and we're going to try and force the whole council member back to that. Force the whole council ally back to the door, basically.
Cool.
That's just as my planning it in my head. You guys don't have to do that, of course. I'm just trying to think out what I'm doing. So to start with, I'd like to cast Blessed on not myself, Trey,
Oh shit.
Spark. That's Darren. Sorry, Trey, Darren, and Tarina. So this payload guides you.
So, yeah, for every.
Speed their escape.
For the next minute, every attack roll and saving throw you roll gets an additional d4 to its.
Additional D4.
Yeah, so Trey, Darren, and Tarina.
And then I'd like to go, just move myself over to this way and interpose. It's like, can I still attack with that? No, because that's my action, isn't it?
Bless is an action.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Yes.
I'd like to just interpose myself about
Do you
here.
have any bonus action you want to take?
I don't know if I have any, but that's alright. Otherwise, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
With time in a bit. So just think about
So
what
I am also going to head that way. I think I can make it 5, 10, 15, 20. Oh, can I?
you can, yeah, can die, which is fine. So.
Can I make it to here,
Yes.
particularly? Cool.
they're on the
I'm going to
roof.
do that. And I'm going to take a swing at the woman thingy
Sure.
with an additional D4. Right?
Yes.
So 17, 24 to hit.
Yes, it hits.
And that is good.
So that's the undamaged one.
Max damage. That's going to be 15 points.
15 points of damage.
We are rolling in damage today.
Okay.
And was that, you need to add the d4.
Well, but she did.
I did it.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry.
Okay. Anything else you'd like to do on turn?
Can I do anything else on my turn? No, I am okay for now.
It is now the the yellow token's turns.
And those were the werewolves, right?
Yes, werewolf-like creatures, yes, indeed.
Like.
Okay, yeah, they're gonna do that. Okay, so you guys see. Okay, so the yellow creature adjacent to Trey will make 2 attacks against her.
No, you don't. You don't want to do that.
Okay. It's close. Okay. 19 for the first hit. That's 4 points of damage, and can I get a wisdom saving throw?
Oh, jeez.
Saving throw, that's with the d4 as well, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to need it. 15, 16, 19.
That's a pass.
Cool.
And then another attack against you for 22.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
7 points of damage on the wisdom saving throw.
That's not going to save me. 7.
Okay. You know what's up. Actually, no. I'm gonna say these creatures specifically do not count as a significant threat for you to roll against. Do not worry. My bad.
Okay.
But the women will.
The women will be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Those creatures do not. Okay, so that's that creature done. We're now going to move on to the creature adjacent to Rena.
Does it move around?
The yellow creature will move around, yes. That's a natural on this one, and a 21.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 5 points of damage as it takes a spear and impales you with it.
Oof.
Yep. Sorry, my bad. Not 5. 6.
5 is good.
6 is better. Okay, and then the yellow token next to Calathil will attack Calathil.
Miss.
That's 1 miss and 1 hit. I don't know. This is 22.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
That is 9 points of damage.
Okay.
As it takes a spear straight through your abdomen. With that timing.
Alright.
With Darren on deck.
Is this one glowing? Is the one near Callie glowing? The one that's glowing?
Yeah,
The green token.
The green token,
gone,
yeah.
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna poke my head up and
So
fire.
is their invisibility still up, or
No,
are they all just
they are now all visible.
So he's just got an advantage then, right?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
You've
I'm
got
going
a time.
I'm going to fire my crossbow with advantage at that
Just
one.
make sure you remember all your little additional damages.
Yeah, alright. There's no shortage.
That is it's like a 21.
Mm-hmm. Hits.
Cool. So that is 1d6, and also it's below its maximum HP, I assume.
So Colossus Slayer as well.
Yep. Okay, that is 15. No,
Points
sorry,
damage.
14 damage.
Nice.
On the one adjacent to Calathil.
Yes.
Cool. Okay, so as a reaction, you will see the yellow token, the yellow creature, so yeah, the werewolf-like creature, pretty much interpose itself between you and her, and it takes all of the damage.
Oh. But it still gets Colossus Slayer damage despite not being hurt.
No, so what? So subtract off the Colossus Slayer damage.
Shouldn't have reminded you. 9 then.
9 points of damage. Cool.
Yeah.
With that, Darren, you're up, and with Cal on deck.
I need to figure out.
It's just been by chance.
So the werewolves are purposely getting in the way of
Yes.
any damage. Okay.
They are pretty much reached you.
Yep. Whack the
Does the council have an initiative? The council has
The council will move once every round, so I'll just keep track of where they are.
time to get out of here.
whack the werewolf.
Werewolf?
22.
Hits. You're rolling well tonight.
7.
7
Damage.
Pretty cool.
Like that.
Anything else?
No.
Action surge or anything?
Yes.
Yeah? Go for it.
Unnatural 20.
Hits.
Nice.
5.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
5 fail damage.
Cool. Anything else on your turn? You've got to still got a bonus action. You use your action surge, so 1 second for that.
I think I'll wait.
Wait? Okay, cool. Calathil, you're up, lift on deck.
Okay. So Calliope, still invisible, comes in that way and
How close does she get?
there.
Is that within 10 feet?
Yeah.
Yes. She instantly becomes visible.
Interesting.
Oh. Alright.
Sorry, man.
Yeah.
I've got to use my little magical toys.
Yes. Also, it's 8:36. Are you okay to be...
I can have 10 minutes, maybe.
Okay, alright.
So 5 minutes?
Sorry?
So 5 minutes then from here, or 10 minutes after this?
No, sorry, 10 minutes after.
10 minutes after this, okay.
Okay. We'll speed run. Yeah, that's what I'm telling you who's up next, so
Yeah.
everyone can plan out their turns. Like he's now visible.
Yes, I can see this foils some plans.
Sorry, bud. You know I love commenting. And specific. And specifically.
Okay, Calliope's gonna take the help action anyway.
Sure.
and I will hex the werewolf and try to stab him.
Different.
Nice.
So you rolling with advantage?
Oh
Because
yes,
of the help action?
I'm pretty sure that's hitting.
Is it above a 16?
It is
Yes.
19.
That's good.
Yep. So
Okay,
first
that's
is-
good.
That's a werewolf, right?
Yep.
Yes, cool.
8 damage.
8 damage on the werewolf?
Yeah, 4 piercing, 4 necrotic.
Okay.
And
The necrotic doesn't seem to have as much of an effect, but still does harm it a little bit.
interesting.
Yeah, cool. With that, anything else?
I think I used everything.
Okay.
Wait.
Luft, you're up.
Okay, cool.
Oh, sorry. Do you want to do anything?
Yes.
Do I want to move away? No, I don't. I want to deal damage.
Cool. Luft, you're up. Nearby, you'll be up in a bit, so just think about it.
Yep, I've already thought about it from the beginning.
Cool. Yeah, I'm still doing stuff. So I am going to. Can I see those ones down there?
Yeah.
I'm going to do firebolt.
Okay. Fast away.
So I have to roll. Is it +4 when I? Yeah. 23.
Hits.
Yay! All right, cool. And I'll roll with the
Well, who's that one? Werewolf or woman?
The woman.
Yeah, cool.
Yep, that's a D8. What? 10? 7 points of damage.
As a reaction, the werewolf will interpose itself between you and the wolf.
Okay.
7 points of damage, you said?
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's burning damage specifically if
Yes.
that affects anything.
Anything else?
I don't think I have any bonus actions, do I?
Cool.
No. I don't have bonus actions. No.
So before I do anything,
It's still, you're up in next.
I know, but
Yeah, sorry, go
so the entrance, is it like walls or anything? Is it like just a gate?
on. So the brown line is a wall, the little where you are is a gate.
Yeah, so I can hide. Where
Yes.
Okay, cool.
But the green tokens are up first before you.
I
Just so you
know, but I'm just
Can
trying
I
to.
use that as a reaction?
Can you comfortably handle fighting those two, or are you about to get dropped?
I'm very scared.
Okay.
I'll help.
So
It's not like that.
the
Gee, I don't know what the female one is.
the
capable
first
of.
priestess is going
Yeah.
to cast Guiding Bolt right back at
okay,
you,
I am in trouble.
and that's gonna be at 3rd level.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble. Please help.
Will a 24 hit you?
It will.
Cool. That's 6d6 damage.
Yeah.
As I said, this combat's gonna be quick.
Can
Welcome to the campaign. 6, 12, 15, 18, 20, 22 points of damage.
22, yeah. Cool.
I would like to use my reaction to rebuke the violent.
Ooh.
What does that do?
Can I get you to make a wisdom saving throw?
What is her wisdom save to see?
I just need to go open the door.
Yeah.
Go for it.
What is your save?
14.
20.
Yeah, so you're going to take half the damage of what you just dealt to.
If I succeed, I take half damage?
Yes.
Oh.
You take half damage, please.
Okay, cool. So 22 points of damage to you, 11 points of damage to her.
Yeah.
No, I just want to see your reckon. I think I understood.
I'm just mildly concerned that none of them look like they're worried.
Which one is you, by the way?
Me, I'm
Yes.
the D4.
The default.
The one next to
Oh, so there's not.
I wouldn't get cover for them shooting across the table and stuff, would I?
No. If it was like, it's magical energy, so it just passes through stuff, unless it's like total cover.
Still a ranged dagger.
Yes, yes. 11 points of damage. Okay. The second priestess will... cast hold person on Trey.
Okay, cool.
Can I get a wisdom save?
Yeah.
Plus D4.
Plus D4.
Oh, you need to make a concentration check on that.
Yeah, I will.
It's going to
What's the...
be...
Oh, yeah, it's gone.
Okay, you don't have the default.
No, never mind. It's just going to be a 14 then.
14?
Damage.
Sorry.
No.
That doesn't matter.
Hold person. You fail. You are paralyzed for the duration until she loses concentration or a minute passes.
That's really not good for someone who's in close combat.
Happy fun times.
And the final priestess
Cool.
will...
Oh no.
Nice.
There's a Kelly, there's a Derek.
How high is the roof from the ground?
20...
It was enough that I had to lift.
20 feet.
Enough that you
Power
had to, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I just want to make sure. Okay.
The final priestess will cast Mass Healing Word.
It's one of these.
This is dumb. I don't want to fight anymore. I think collective
You guys didn't be
decision.
clever and strategy that so right?
Collective decision.
We haven't been clever
We
in the
just-
slightest, we just rolled lucky.
Fire up.
I don't know, drawing up a map, being
That was just, look, she's 12.
Okay, so yeah, that is the end of the turn. Nearby you're up, and then that's with Sharina on deck.
Okay, I'm gonna use steady aim,
Sure.
and I'm going to use my magic dagger to just peek from behind the corner and throw it at the fishwoman.
Cool, you have advantage from the attack roll.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
The woman, right?
That would be a 8. There is no way.
Miyavara popped
I
off.
literally rolled the same number on both of my dice.
really?
Yes,
Oh.
I hate my life.
Where are them nat
Bruh.
20s, Mark DM?
Yeah.
Where are those nat 20s
they
you
all-
said you were going to give Devin,
Yeah,
huh?
where are my blessed
They all
D20s?
went to Stuart.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Stuart is now the closest person to me.
Do it.
That's right.
This is Stuart is
I'm
now
gonna
my
do my
luck
best.
siphon. Just
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. So, yeah, that's for your bonus action and action done. Do you want to move?
no,
Do you want to move away from me?
I don't think
what
I
I'm
can
gonna
move.
do.
Oh, no, you can't. Yeah, you're speeding on 0.
Yeah,
because
but
it's
I also just, as long as this battle is happening, I'm gonna stay where I am.
Yeah.
You're still next to me, correct?
Yes.
Are you planning to move?
I'm not planning.
About 10 minutes is
Sick.
up. We gotta wrap up soon.
Sharina, you're up with Solomon on deck.
Alright.
We'll finish this round of combat.
Looking around, it seems as though everyone's getting their ass handed to them.
Yeah.
Seems like it.
Not good.
So I'm going to tap into my fancy hat and use it to cast slow, targeting the 4 bad guys near us.
Yeah, sure. Can you target how many people with slow?
I can target up to 6 people with slow.
Okay, cool. What save am I making?
A wisdom save.
Which 4 people are you targeting?
The
Just
4 in the area that it's not big enough to.
Not safe.
Oh, I found that.
Sorry. 2 successes, 2 fails. In order, that will be yellow succeeds, green fails, green succeeds, yellow fails.
Okay.
So both green succeeded.
No, so this one failed and that one failed.
Yes.
All right.
So they're both slow.
I assume you know what my safety DC is.
Yes, I know. So this is 70 correct.
What?
So no, 15.
15.
Yes. Yeah. Cool. That just the same applies because it was a very split party. There was a natural 20, a natural 1, and then just low numbers and high numbers.
All right, fair enough.
So either way, okay. As long as your DC is somewhere in the above 10s, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same. Slow, and anything else you want to do?
Cannot.
Yes. Okay, yeah, so you pull out a nice little slow, and yeah, the thing automatically marks off your charges.
Yep. I've done that.
With that, Solomon, you're up. Trey on deck.
Yeah.
Did the council move?
Yes, they have started running.
Where?
towards
where
the
are
exit.
they? Where are they roughly now?
They would have
They
gone
will be on the far edge of the top of the veranda.
to like that side.
They moved 15 feet.
Yeah, they're trying to move as a collective huddle instead of just rushing off.
Oh, that's nice. They're
They're
all
trying to
in
protect
this
each
together.
Okay.
This is a group bonding experience with them. Maybe they're like, we survived together, no more war.
Yeah.
This is the
What are
we're
the
making
effects of
this
slow again?
peace treaty happen.
Because they move.
Disadvantage on deck saves.
It's
Half speed.
Ridiculous amounts of things.
-2 to AC.
Yeah, they have a lot. They have a lot of
speed is
disadvantages.
halved, -2 to AC and dex saves. Can't use reactions. On its turn, it can use an action or a bonus action, but not both. And it can't make more than one melee or ranged attack during its turn. In addition, when it tries to cast a spell, I roll a d20 on an 11 or higher. It doesn't take effect until the next round.
Yeah. Okay. In which case,
So
I will.
it helps.
I would like to holler at the council. Fly, you fools! As they say.
As they say, as the kids
And I'll
say.
move over. I'll move over to here, seeing Tarina's getting it handed to her, and wallop that thing with my warhammer.
We are like.
Yeah, you're
Time to go.
you're gonna have to.
I'll start
The
back.
10 minutes
Yeah.
is just.
Yeah.
We will end
Fine,
it. At the end of this round of combat, we will end it.
That's fine.
Fine.
I
Keep
got
on
a-
gonna get my ass
I got a 20 to hit.
Yeah, just so you know, when you're paralyzed, all melee attacks against you are criticals.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I
If they hit.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I
If
saved them. But
That's
yeah.
okay.
Was they have advantage?
No, you've
No,
done
you're-
it. Continue,
You're
please.
fucked. I got a 20 to hit.
20 hits.
Ha ha.
That
You're
is
attacking green or yellow?
green.
Yes.
Ha ha.
That is a
This
6.
is great.
6.
Ha
Full
ha.
damage. Yes.
I'm
Good.
gonna die.
No, it's fine.
Oh no, I can't. I have full armor.
I have plot armor.
Don't worry, everybody.
No, I've got
And
things.
that's-
I've
that's
got
my
things I
turn,
can
I
do as
think.
well.
Don't worry. I have weapons.
Yikes! Not something we want to have, but it's
Cool. That brings us to Trey, with Tywin up in a bit. Trey, at the end of your turn, make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh no.
big
Wait, who
brain.
rolled
Get
that?
real
Who rolled
wide.
9.
Oh,
Wait,
Still paralyzed.
is your
What can
plus-
I do?
she's
Lost
still
concentration on
paralyzed.
less.
Yeah, what can I do? I can't do
That
anything.
just happens when you take 22 damage in a turn.
I'm sorry.
I'm taking the piss, don't worry.
No, no,
That's not good.
Okay, so Man's A will.
Cool.
None of these would be considered undead, would they? As far as I can tell.
Die now.
Man's A
Fiend.
will
Here you go.
whack Trey with
Yeah.
that advantage.
Hit me.
And that hits, that's a crit.
Nice. I'm so glad.
This is good.
This is
I'm
nice.
having
Was that
fun.
that's a werewolf?
12 points of damage.
Nice. Yes.
Wait, is that the yellow werewolf?
Yes. Haha.
And that is the end of his turn because it's slow.
Ah, thank God.
Because it has 2 attacks on his turn. It's
Yeah,
got
I
multi
was
attack.
aware. Scary multi-attack.
And thanks to Tarina slow, the other creature couldn't take a reaction to intercept the damage.
Nope.
Well, no, but you attacked it anyway. The mine wouldn't have intercepted. The next creature will attack Calico. That's just flat. 15. Oh, sorry, 14.
Yep.
4 points of damage.
Sorry. That is pretty okay.
And then the last creature will attack Tarina. Twice.
No.
That is
15
stinky.
and 10.
15 doesn't agree with me. 10 does.
6 points of damage.
That's pretty stinky.
You okay?
Tyron, Joshua, you're up.
I will. Is the guy still glowing?
Sorry.
Is the guy still
No.
glowing? Not glowing. Okay. I will Hunter's Mark the werewolf,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will fire at the woman. Like the werewolf next to the same werewolf that just blocked the attack.
Wait, so you're
Hunter's
saying
Mark the
damage
werewolf, fire at
changes
the woman.
retroactively if he blocks it? Like if he blocks it, but then the damage drops over the
So,
other.
Slayer's Prey is additional damage if the creature is under their hit point maximum.
Okay.
And that would have only happened if it attacked the creature that was under its hit point maximum. If both of them are, then there's nothing you can do.
I see.
Does a 13 hit?
That's on who, sorry?
On the woman.
On the woman.
I'm coming over to where you are.
Yes, it is.
It does hit? Okay.
I will definitely.
So, if it hits the woman, it's 7 damage.
7 damage.
Does it hit the woman?
That one's not slow, so it will take the damage for her.
Okay, then in that case it's 13 damage.
Clever. That's clever.
And it was below from last time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I added
Oh, I
that's
see, I
with
see.
Colossus Slayer.
Spicy.
Yeah, that one's knocked.
Bam! Tywin uses the old noggin.
Yeah,
This one's gone.
Tywin thinks real hard.
Yeah, just take it off. Unless you're beating one goes out in the next
You just
round.
like
Do not.
sweat. You like touch your leg.
I mean, it might.
Darren, you're up with Cal on deck.
Okay. Back.
Whack.
Man,
Whack.
smacking.
I whack.
I said whack,
Hey.
sir.
No, the other reason
That's
I
a
think she
13.
went down there is because it's
Yes. On who?
she
On
can't
Fish
see
Lady.
it.
One, yeah.
Yes. And it's a reaction.
Also distract her.
Yeah. Also, it's a reaction.
15, 19 damage.
19 damage.
And an attacker other than me has advantage.
Against her? Cool. Anyone who attacks the next has advantage.
Luke, okay, Kelly, it's
Oh, no,
time
you
to
can
Eldritch
start
Blast
at
the
yeah.
next one.
I'm
Everyone or
standing
just one
next to
person?
them, so
One.
I
One
cannot
each, yes,
Eldritch
good.
I'm
Blast.
once
that's
again
faster.
requesting.
Yes. With that, sorry, Calico was up with Luft on deck.
Yay!
So Eldritch
Did that not
Blast
drop
has,
it? Did that not kill it?
so Eldritch Blast has disadvantage at close range.
Yeah, I'm ending with
right?
my other than this one anyway. Sorry?
Eldritch Blast has disadvantage at close range,
Yes.
but that will cancel out with that advantage.
Yes.
And then if Calliope helps again, it's advantage.
No.
It's a yeah.
Advantage and
it's-
disadvantage stats do not change no matter what, how many advantages and disadvantages you
I
have.
can't do that, okay.
I mean, you could.
It is a bonus action to move Hex to it.
You could have like 7 advantages and 1 disadvantage and it's still just flat.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's too much bookkeeping.
Yeah.
Are you still standing still?
Yes. Trey is paralyzed for
Trey's
I'm a
paralyzed.
big paralyzed.
Trey ain't
baby.
moving at all.
Yeah. There are two ways. There are 2 ways to get
Which one hit it with hold person?
the yellow creature
The yellow one.
next to Trey. Yes.
The yellow one's the spellcasters?
Yes.
Are they? I thought the green
Right,
ones
the
were
green
spellcasters.
ones.
Sorry, the green ones. My bad. No.
I was about to say, I'm like, hang on.
Yellow ones are not spellcasters. Green ones are.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna move Hex to it on Eldritch Blast at point blank.
Did you not hex her already?
I hexed the werewolf for
Ah,
this
cool.
time,
Yes,
so I
yes,
need a
so-
bonus action to move
Yes.
it.
Okay. Yep. Bonus action to move and then Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
Eldritch
Yeah, none of you committed to those.
Oh.
How much?
9.
Shit.
Sorry, but
None of you
I
committed
didn't
to
I had
before.
one.
I didn't-
It's an ongoing meme.
I know, I'm well aware. Eldritch Blast goes up.
Luft, you're up.
Eldritch
With
Blast
Nivara
bonus.
up in.
Okay, cool. So I have a quick question. When I cast Levitate, can that stop me from taking damage when I'm falling?
Yes. You hover.
Nice.
Unless you use concentration, in which case you plummet. Because levitate is a concentration spell.
Yeah. So if I just wanted to use it to like, if I wanted to use it for like 2 seconds to just let me like get onto the ground a little bit slower,
Sure.
is that fine?
Yes, but it is an action to cast, so you wouldn't be able to do anything.
Yeah, no,
else for the
that's
rest of the
fine.
round.
Because I'm suddenly thinking that maybe I shouldn't be on the roof, but I'm not. Actually,
A gun?
no, I do, yeah. But also I've no, because some of my things require like touch. Yeah.
Pass through Solix, can you?
You can.
I can, yeah.
Solix, go.
And he has to be within 30 feet of me.
Yeah, Pokemon attack.
Yeah. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do... You know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna send out another firebolt for the moment.
Okay.
And I'm gonna send it back. I'm gonna aim at her again, but I know he's gonna jump in the way, so it's
Which one are you aiming at?
the blue one. The fish woman.
Fart.
The priestess. No.
This one here.
This
Okay,
one.
cool.
Um,
You're aiming at the priestess, okay.
yes. No, that's not gonna hit.
Alright. Anything else?
I can't do anything else.
Okay. Cool and fresh. Cool and fresh.
Oh yeah, that should probably be for the Solix. Yeah.
If you want.
No, it's a good idea because I'm gonna have to use them at some point.
Okay. Yeah. The green token. Cool. Okay. Stuart, can you move that green token closest to me? Up? No, the one closest to me. Up to the other side of the veranda. Yep. Just about that. That's great. She is going to
attack.
She is going to run up to Theodore
Oh no!
and cast Dimension Door and disappear. And he's going to make a Wisdom save to resist. Lovely. Theodore and the woman disappear. And that is where we're going to end tonight's episode.
Wait.
Hold on, wait. She got through the whole delegation?
By the way,
The delegation were together.
They're commoners.
Yeah, but they're obstructed movement space.
Yeah.
It's half movement.
Sure.
Yeah, she's got like a jack move thing.
And you're paralyzed, you can't react.
Yeah, exactly. That's why she paralyzed you.
I'm leaving.
No. Wait, hold on. Surely she ran from here.
Yes.
There are 2 people here.
They're not in melee range.
You're saying that she passed here rather than this one.
Yes.
If they
She
got
very
there,
specifically
yeah.
chose to pass. Yes. She knows what she's doing. She's an intelligent caster. Sorry. Nehemiah, would you like to do anything before we wrap up tonight's episode?
I already rolled my turn way beforehand with a 13 hit.
On who?
Fishwoman.
Yes, it would. You want to roll damage.
Okay.
The one who's
Sorry.
about to Dimension Door?
No,
No, the other one.
You were out of range for that one.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, don't worry. I literally planned everything as everyone was talking.
Good on you. It's the responsible move for a player.
Oh, trust me. When we rush, I rush too.
Yeah. When gang rushes.
And also, like, if I know what I'm gonna do, I have it like set before anything happens.
So all that damage.
Yeah. What was damage per dagger? Which dice? Because it's taking forever.
D4 plus something.
D4 plus something.
What's your dexterity?
Dexterity? I don't know. Nothing's showing up.
It's 1d4 plus 3.
1d4 plus 3? That would be a 4, 5, 6, 7.
7?
Respect.
That's on the one nearest Calico?
Yes.
Yeah, she's dead.
Oh,
Yay!
thank fuck.
Just roll it and retract.
We did something.
I also killed a werewolf.
Yeah!
We've
Call
done,
that.
we've done things and
Yes,
stuff.
so you went today with her dimensioning doorway. With Theodore.
And they got Theo.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for watching. It's been a pleasure to be back, to have Stuart with us. And listen closely. Not only do we have Stuart as a new character, but just keep watching. Come back next week or the week after. We'll have another one.
How many
possibly.
permanent players are we gonna have?
8.
Yeah, we should cap it at 8.
That is capacity,
Yeah, that is
right?
capacity.
Okay, good. Because I was like,
After that, every
I don't
new,
think we
person
can do.
who comes in is
This was a long
a
call.
guaranteed party member death.
Jesus.
Board game recommendation.
Mountains of Madness.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that one's chaotic as fuck.
Yes.
That
You're
one,
like
that one gets
Eldritch
weird
game.
quick.
Yes.
I still haven't played it. I'm
You have
very.
I've played it 4 plus
Yes.
1 times now.
Will we need to take a picture of the map?
Yes. Can someone grab a picture of the map, please?
Easy.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Make sure to subscribe to us and follow us on all our social media, and come to the Adelaide Games Club and the Adelaide Uni on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays here at the Hartley Building. I can't look at the camera because it feels awkward to me because it's behind me, so I'm just going to look straight ahead. But thanks for joining us, and we will see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye, everybody.